Green flames. Ooh, by now.
Right. No, I get that.
Simulcasting now.
I completely get that. I gotta change my lighting. I don't like it so bright in here.
You want to take that flashlight out of my eyes, officer? Oh, I just saw you guessed it up.
That is so much better now.
Yeah.
But I do, Joe, I do have your care package still going. I think my local toy show is this Sunday, so I'm going to look for something there for you, premium toy kind of wise to stick in the box there. And then I should be within like a week or two shipping that out to you. But I'm going to stick a couple of other, well, actually, I've already stuck a couple of other random things in the package for you as well. What up, Pop?
Oh, that is super cool. Thank you. Is that Pop the Trunk?
That's Pop the Trunk.
What's up, Pop the Trunk?
Ken, I just got my last two Medi Toys TMNT, more of the Bayverse Turtle, but like them being jacked up. Yeah, they look good. They do. There's nothing wrong with the way they are. It's just a little too expensive for me. A little too pricey for this Papa Ace over here. I need a better camera. Damn. I broke my light that goes to my tripod. So now I have to, like, when I'm looking at it, I have to beg for it to stay in place or it's just going to topple over. Yo, what up, old school?
Old school in the house. I try to keep cool when I'm on other people's shows. You know how we do over here, though. Somebody get in a conversation, we just like, what up, old school? It's just
hey man, so I said it earlier. I got another new show on Mondays that I'm going to be doing live, where it's going to be more of like I hate using the word professional because that's not what it is, but it's going to be more of a focus. What's that?
It's the Monday politics show.
That's what it is. That's what it is. But we're gonna do like more of a like focused conversation on like a topic. So the Ace in the Hole variety show is literally what it is. Fucking let it go, man. Have fun with it. Who gives a shit? I don't know where my drink is. Here it is. But so what's going on? What do you guys got?
It's always never give a shit. That's how you're supposed to be. It's always supposed to be never give a shit.
You know what I mean when I say this, Kaz?
I think I know what I think.
Well, sometimes the shows can get hard to moderate and hard to keep the conversations going in one direction. So that's why
we got bills. We got bills. The world is shaping around us. I get it.
Yep. So the variety show is like, let your hair down. Don't give no fucks. Where the Mondays will be like, we're going to just keep it to the conversation. And then like within that hour, we're done with the conversation and then we're out of here. So something more like that. So Monday, you said you already saw Spider-Man. Pop in Monday because I'm only going to have like 2 or 3, 4 people tops that have seen the movie that, you know, want to talk about it and shit actually on. So if you've seen it, jump on Monday. I'll be doing it at 3. I don't know what you got going on with the kids and shit, but that's it.
I'll work it up. Yeah.
There you go. I try to keep shit still in the afternoon for most people. Mondays I don't work, so I figured I could do it like way earlier in the day, but other people are working, so in case I want a couple people pop on.
Some of these dudes go on hella early and get some good numbers. They go on hella early, but we always been night shift. We gotta wait.
Yeah,
we got a lot to get settled until we're able to do shit, really.
No, exactly. That's why that midday hump week is a nice little breather in between, because you're like, yeah, here we go. It's almost ready.
Oh, we finished that second shower today, boy. That bitch was a fuck. Hey, what? That was tough. It's one of them small ass bathrooms where it's nothing but toilet area and the stand up shower is right in front of you. Like you get up, stand up shower is right in front of you type shit. And it's a hard shell resin 2-piece shower thing that goes up like it's half and half. That shit was hard to get out of that bathroom, boy.
What up, Rob? Well, it's almost like you got your own stand-up bidet. You take a shit and just turn around and wash it out. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
by the way, Kaz, what is the name of that app that you like to go to that allows you to watch your streaming stuff there? What was that? I know you said it before. Kaz?
Flixmomo.tv. Flixmomo.tv. And if you're wanting to view the movie that we were mentioning, you're going to want to pick player number 4. There's a banner above the screen that has different sources, and you'll want to click player number 4.
And FLIXMOMO, right?
FLIXMOMO.tv.
I'm going to try that. I am.
On an Amazon Fire Stick, Smooth Breeze. On a computer, you're going to get 2 sub pop-ups that open in a new window. You just close them and go back to your main screen, or the lead screen, and you'll be able to watch it from there. But if you're on a Fire Stick, you won't even get that shit. You might get one small pop-up that you got to close.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'll be playing around on the laptop, see if I can.
Yeah, you're gonna have to close. It's gonna bring up 2 sub windows when you click on shit. Initially, it's gonna bring up 2 sub windows. Close them 2 windows and focus on the first screen that you open, and keep click play, and you'll get right through to it.
Okay. Yeah, I downloaded. I was telling Ace I downloaded an audio streaming BandLab, and it took me like 20 minutes because it did that same shit where you get on there and it says everything's free, but you got to go through the screens and they'll be like, oh, there's a tiny little X up there. No, you just got to get rid of these 2 screens, and then you're back to your free shit.
Yeah. Pop up. A lot of people popping up in the chat. Yeah. Mo has returned. Hinder Collector. What up, Handy? Ready? I'm so glad it's Friday, man. Even though I got to do a little bit of work tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to go to work tomorrow. I will be I got in a wreck yesterday.
No. Are you all right?
what up?
Yeah. Yeah, it's so bad, man.
You hit something or somebody hit you?
Oh, somebody hit me. I was pulling out of a parking lot, and there was 2 people coming down the street, and the guy in front put on his blinker and slowed down, and so did the guy behind him. And I was like, cool. So I pulled out, but the guy behind him got pissed off, evidently, and jumped over into the turning lane and gassed it to get around him and just boom. Hello, AC.
Damn.
Well, I'm waving to the people in the chat. I didn't want to interrupt your story.
Oh, yeah. But that's all right, I'm kind of the point where I've been fighting with this little work truck that I've got. It's a Transit Connect, one of the little ones.
Yeah.
And my God, it sucks in the rain. It sucks in the snow. It has the air conditioning sucks. And I do that paint and auto body work. So and it's all one piece. So I can't run the air conditioning or the heat because my eyes start bleeding because of the smell of paint. But yeah, I got smushed pretty good, man, right in the side.
Did you have to go to the hospital?
Oh no, it wasn't. It was more like the lady pushed into me because right whenever she got pissed and zipped around this person was about whenever I was 3/4 of the way through the lane because I wasn't expecting her to come flying around that other person, And
how fast did you get hit, you think?
Oh, she wasn't going fast because it was almost like a little rolling stop to maybe 10 miles an hour. But it was one of those Dodge RTs, those big minivan looking type things. Pushed me about 30 feet, shoved me sideways up onto the concrete. So
Yeah, boy. Damn.
It was more of a slow violation, not a violent one, I was just like, hey, bitch, I'm stuck on your bumper. You see me? Yeah, thank you.
How soon after did it happen did you message me?
Oh, this was probably about 4:30 that happened, and I was stuck out there until about, probably about 5:30, maybe 6. Because yeah, the tire of course popped off the rim, but thank God it's my work truck, so I got an air compressor. So I sat out there and jacked it up and knocked the bead back into it, popped it on. The bitch drove home, and no airbags deployed, no nothing like that. I drove it home, and yeah, the tire still held there. I drove it again this afternoon down the street to get cigarettes. I was like, I know I look like a clown driving this raggedy piece of crap. But it's got four wheels and rolls.
Where I'm from, that raggedy piece of crap would look like a Rolls Royce. Everybody be driving stuff like that around here.
Excuse me while I Luke Duke in and out of this driver's side door, because that ain't opening anymore.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah, it does suck. And what? I got insurance and all that good crap. And the funny thing is, I talked to the insurance guy today, and we both have the same exact insurance, the same guy. So he called me, and he's like, well, this is going to be this way, this is going to be that way. And I'm like, cool. And he goes, well, this is all, you probably don't really have to work. Because, I mean, this is the first accident I've been in. I'm 54 years old. I don't really roll hard. So, I don't get caught speeding in the transit too much.
Right.
Although that thing will do 120. But it's about time to retire that thing and maybe get myself a nicer work truck, something with air conditioning. Imagine something you could stand up in. Ooh.
Why you ain't got air? You just ain't felt like fixing it?
I could, but I mean, it T-boned it, pushed it in right at where the back door meets the sliding door, probably about 4 or 5 inches. Yeah. So I'd have to pull all, and right at that pillar too. So
how old?
That's a 2012, 180,000. Oh, it's got 190,000 miles on it, really. But I mean, it may be something that I'll park and I'll work on, because it'll be one of those deals. I'm going to tie this to a tree or tie this to another car and have to pull out that metal.
They're probably they'll total it out. It sounds like, if you got T-bone.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, I've got basic liability.
Hey,
so now I'm like,
you cautious about your health, though, man. That shit shifts around. You know what I mean? It shifts parts around when you get hit.
Well, that is true. That is true. That's it was funny. The lady got out, and I'm like, "Why did you change lanes?" She said, "I didn't change lanes. I was right where I was." Blah blah blah. And then she went and sat back in her car, and the cops showed up. She saw the cops and just started crying. And I'm like, lady.
I'd I would have gotten out and been like, lady, you're really fucking my buzz up right now. Just let her.
But it's all right.
I've been trying to get drunk all day, and you just fucked it up.
At least the cop was cool. He's like, where were you pulling out of the dispensary? Yes, sir. Okay, well, that's fine.
That's hilarious.
What a crazy day and age to be able to say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember years ago, I was in Boston, and we're standing on the curb, and there is, I don't know what historic building it was, but across the street from us was this historical building, big house, and there was a high school, I don't want to say high school, but there was a group of students and their teacher or whatever, and you could hear them from across the street saying, giving the tour and stuff like that, and you can literally hear the guy go, "Yep, and this was the so-and-so house of this, and right down the road you can buy marijuana now." And for whatever reason, that always stuck with me, and I always thought, man, I couldn't imagine if I was in high school and my teacher was like, "Yep, and this is the historical building that Abraham Lincoln, slept in, and right over there, you guys can go buy joints if you want." It just blew my mind to think, like, man, like, that's that generation's, growing up, is having that be legal and already be a viable thing for them, where you guys and myself, shit, man, if we needed to get a dealer, we had to get a hold of a guy, and then we had to wait 3 days before the dealer got back to us. By that time, we just found some real merch shit and just said, fuck it, let's smoke it. Right?
George is on that Bible Belt shit, though, boy. They won't let that religion shit chill out at all, boy.
Damn.
They make too much money. They make too much money off of busting people with it.
Yeah.
Man.
What up, Daredevil?
Yeah, I tell you, it's nice to be able to go down the main drag and hit one of 3 dispensaries rather than go to. And everybody has this street. This cross section is a bad street and 18th and Olive. If you got an 18th and Olive in your town, it ain't no good.
That's spoken from a man with true experience right there. Or
I live in
recycle
Kansas
roaches.
City all my life. That's right.
Yes, dude. Recycle roaches for sure. You know,
Oh, hey, man,
this
I got a
might-
call real quick. I'll be right back.
yeah, you're good, Joe. This might sound real grody, but the days where you used to, and I don't know if anybody's going to hear me out on this, but don't judge me. But when you used to scrape your bowl for resin and shit like that, man, those days, I do not miss that.
I didn't do it out of need. I did it out of cleaning it.
There were times where me and my roommate, we definitely did it out of the need of doing it. We're like, dude, we don't even got like nobody, nothing. It's like, well, there's probably something in that fucking bowl if you want to sit there and scratch it out, dude. There's my dude with a paper clip just heating up the paper clip.
Teenage shit. Teenage shit. I got you.
Yes. That's what I mean. Man, I can't remember the last time I smoked resin purposefully. Like
your buddy be like, hey man, I found some weed. Hey,
dude,
get telephone paper. Get telephone paper or some shit.
Oh, bro, it was so bad. I remember him taking his pipe, and he's like, "You ever boil it?" I'm like, "Boil it?" He's like, "Yeah, to get the resin out." And I remember saying to him, "That ain't gonna work. Like you're gonna get wet resin." And he's like, "Well, no, man." And then when it's caked to the inside of the pot, then you just scrape it off. I'm like, dude, you're ghetto as fuck. What are we talking about? Like, we lived, man, I had my own dirty ass little ghetto ass trailer that I lived in, and he was my roommate. And even I was like, dude, we're getting into crackhead status. I don't want to boil pieces. So he's like, no, let me show you. He does it, dude. It ruins the pot, but it cleaned the shit out of that pipe. I tell you what, that pipe was brand new. And it stunk, dude. It stunk up the entire trailer of dirty, gross resin water. Like, nah, kids, heed my warning. Never do that.
He ruined it.
He did. He ruined it for sure. But hey, it is what it is, man. Weed was a crazy thing when you're, a kid and younger.
Yeah, you gotta learn. You gotta learn how to use
for real. For real, man.
It's a good thing. You don't want no parts in this.
You don't want no parts of this, Hinderer. It doesn't matter if it's non-habit forming. You don't want no parts of this.
Right. I don't know if it's good for you or not. I'm still alive, whatever that means.
Preach. What up, T-Fan? And you know what, Hinderer? It's not a bad thing or a good thing to smoke reefers. I mean, it definitely, I don't give a shit what anybody says. It is addictive. Yeah. It definitely has addictive traits to it, 100%. But it's not controlling your life. So it's not addictive like that. It's just, you get used to doing it. And I think that's what the addictive part of it is. Like, I don't smoke cigarettes or nothing like that. So I know the nicotine is an addictive drug that's in it, but I can imagine it's the habit. It's just the constant habit of doing it.
Repetition. Yeah, the repetition.
Exactly. Like, I just smoked another bong. In the real world, only one human being should have to smoke one bong and be set for like an hour, and then you rip it again in like another hour and a half. I'm so used to just smoking a bong that it's like picking up a bag of chips and just eating them. I'm not really realizing I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. And ain't nothing wrong with it. If it hurts your pocket, then you got a problem with it. But if you can maintain being a toy collector, paying your bills, feeding your kids, and fuck it, man, smoke some pot.
It makes me relax.
Hey, preach. Yo, what's up, King RZA? Holy shit, that's a name I haven't seen in a while.
King Razor. It's King Razor, bitch.
Is that RZA?
Oh, man, that's that's his shit at the beginning of songs. It's King Razor, bitch.
Here we go.
I wasn't calling you a bitch per se.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Damn, I wish I
That's
could post comments, man. I wish I
You
could
can't?
post. No, I can't do that. Not here. I believe if I went to YouTube, since I'm a mod, I don't know. No, probably not. No, because it's going through StreamYard. You're in total control.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you can. I'm not asking for it, but I think you can authorize somebody to be like a wingman. I don't recall how.
I know Joe was putting comments in there, and I don't think I did anything specific with him. As long as you're a moderator, and I definitely know you are.
What up, Joe fan?
Yeah, Joe fan. What's happening? What a do, fellas? Been MIA for a minute. You're good. It's good to see you back in here, though, man. Hello, everybody. I'll catch you on the replay. I'm at my son's band concert. That's what's up. I was in the high school band. I was a trumpeter.
King Razor about to start that gun channel or some shit, boy.
Fun fact, hey, I'm filming, so I just needed a background noise. There you go. You can do co-host. I don't know how to do any of that shit. I play the snare. I play the trumpet. Fun fact, still to this day, I can play some musical instruments. I can play guitar a little bit. I can definitely play the shit out of a trumpet, but I cannot read music. I don't know how to read fucking music. I'm like an idiot. But I pushed through and learned from tones and beats and rhythms and shit like that, and picked up how to do it. So not a bad thing.
I kind of tinkered with piano. Not man. It ain't even worth mentioning. My grandma had a piano in the house, so I would fuck with it from time to time. I'll leave it at that. I'll say that.
Nope, same. My grandma had a keyboard. She had one of those Casio big ass keyboards that had like 100 preset songs in it, and it had like 50 different freaking templates that you could make. You could do your own rhythms with a snare, the drum, all of this shit.
Yeah.
I played with that, but I never did anything worth being like, yay, I did this. Like nothing crazy. One day I will. Wait, what the fuck did you say, Hinder? One day
he'll be a hostage in my shit. He said he'll be a hostage in my shit, and it'll be so amazing.
Damn, dude, damn. Prophet, what's happening, Prophet? Shout out to Prophet. He was one of my first guests this past week on my first Smoking Aces show. So thank you, Prophet, for jumping in and doing that. Joe Prime is back. He just got off the phone with, well, I don't want to say it, but I'm pretty sure he's in cahoots with communists. I'm just saying. I don't know for facts, though.
He was talking.
It's true. I need a new whistle.
You know, it's funny, Kaz, that you keep saying the commie thing, because no one would know this except for Joe.
Yeah.
I sent Joe earlier an audio message, and I was in like this weird Russian accent, and I told him, I was like, you're dealing with this. I am in an accent now. And my red colors might be seeping through, comrades.
I think they found out.
Where did I put my sickle and hammer? I have to do some woodwork.
I think they
Ace's Army of the people, for the people.
You say that, but I'm only going to make a picture of that shit now, just out of the funniness of that.
I think they are on to me.
Oh shit! I mean,
I may have been compromised.
I'm Ace from America. I like cheeseburgers and French fries.
I have been compromised. There is a whistleblower.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, guys, that stuff is real. I had a girlfriend of mine. We used to goof around all the time, and we would send each other text messages. And in the taglines, we would make up different stuff like KGB Mafia or the Irish Hit Gang. I swear to God, we had Homeland Security knock on our door.
Oh, my God.
Like, oh, we just wanted to make sure. We're just doing this, doing that. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Hey, Bruce, I'm glad Bruce don't do Cash App anymore, and I'm glad. Like, because whenever he would send me money for some shit that he bought for me, he'll put, like, for your manhood or for for them cheeks, Cracker. What the fuck? You gotta stop putting this shit, Mom. You gotta stop putting this for the reason.
You're like, people read that. This might one day be evidence in court.
With T-Frost, we always Bruce would always say some he would always say some shit. He'd be like, he'd send him some shit like stand up, pull your pants down. You know, we was paying to skip the line. And goddamn Bruce always send some silly shit with it.
That's funny as hell. Joe, there's a message or a comment on the screen for you specifically.
I gotta get to the chat here. I'm scared to press buttons.
Old School says, Joe, Harbor Freight sells a hydraulic ram with extensions. You might be able to push that pillar back out enough to open your door.
I've been thinking about that. Yeah, that's the only way I'm gonna be able to do it. The cool thing is, the bed of it I've got all stripped out. So those hydraulic rams are smaller, so I could like chunk in a 4x4 back there, lag bolt something in, and actually push that pillar out right there. It can be done. I've had people bring me their favorite thing is Honda Odysseys that has the ass end smashed in. I tell them about 30 times I can't do it, and then I'm like, fine, I'll take $2,000. I'm going to take a chain and attach it to that tree over there.
There you go. Pull it. Now, my car experience is pretty limited. Would you be able to use a toilet plunger and pull the dent out, or is that beyond that kind of ability?
If you had like a 2 gajillion Gorilla Grip plunger, maybe. I mean, you would really have to have some finger strength in that plunger. When you showed me the dent, I'm literally looking at it, I'm like, Jesus H, man, if that was the door, if that was his door, you'd have been pinched right in. So like it just happened to hit that sweet spot.
I've seen people dump hot water onto it, and then you have to like pierce it and hook it.
Oh no, I mean it's like that pillar is pushed into the driver's seat. The driver's seat's pushed over like a 1/16 or a quarter of an inch. Yeah, if I could dip the whole car in freezing ice or the dry ice, I'm not too worried about it. I tell you what, man, it's just time to get a new car. I knew that after I got I'm trying to, jack it up, and the rust it just busts right through the rust on the subframe, and I'm like, okay, I get it. But yes, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Let me see. Somebody else commented something that I wanted to mention their TF fan page. How's it going?
Got Michael from the Icon Files. Shout out to him. This Monday when I do my new show, I had him working on an intro for me. With that show specifically, I'm gonna rotate intros out. So I'm asking a couple of other people if they can do some other things too. Just to have some fun with it and make it a little bit of a change up here and there. But he's got a cool video that he made for me, and I just got to upload it and shit like that. And it's pretty neat. Now, it's AI, so if everybody's like, oh, fucking AI, I don't give a shit. Wipe my ass with your opinion. I don't care. For someone like me that can't have really cool stuff, and for someone else that's going to make it for me, I am not going to complain at all. Do I have thoughts on it where I agree and disagree? Of course I do. But I feel like this is the harmless way of using AI, if that makes sense to people, because there is a way where it's like, oh, this is a little icky, and where it's like, ooh, this is a little fun. And I think this is the way of leaning towards the fun part of it. And I don't know, I enjoyed the piss out of it. So there's that.
Oh, absolutely. I love remixing those shorts with AI. It's fun. It really is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've been having a blast with making them. My little Karen Ace.
The Karen Ace, the mountains.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a handful of those. Every video I can find where it seems like a Karen can interject themselves, Ace will be there to be that Karen.
Old school
nobody's
said,
caring.
watch out for the Dodge drivers. Yep.
What did old school say?
Oh, he said, watch out for those Dodge drivers. I was like, absolutely.
Oh. So, Joe, do you have any plans? I know I asked you this on Monday, and you're going to see it eventually, but any plans on seeing Spider-Man at all soon-ish?
I might Sunday. I got to work tomorrow, but I might Sunday. And if I download the aforementioned app, I probably will this evening.
Oh, is that the thing, the streaming that you use, Kaz, to watch it on? There you go. I will. I don't usually work Saturdays, but I'm going in tomorrow, and I gotta wait around for an hour, but I can kill an hour, grab something to eat, and then go see the Web Slinger on the big screen.
I would much prefer that as to my computer. That seems to me like this movie's gonna be. That's the way to watch it.
Yeah, which for me personally, since the first Spider-Man movie came out in 2002, I was 12 years old. I skipped for all three of the original Tobey Maguire movies. I skipped school opening day for all of those from 12, 14, 16 or 17, and went and saw all those Spider-Man movies. I've seen every Spider-Man movie in theaters up to this point. So that's one that I like in my head. I have to see that in theaters because that continues the pattern. And if I miss a Spider-Man in theaters, then I feel like I'm a turd.
Now, what about the Venom flicks?
I didn't see all three of them in theaters. I think I saw Carnage in the third one. I think I skipped the first one because I was like, I don't know. I'm apprehensive. And then I liked them after that. I mean, I liked the first one, but I really liked the second one just because it is what it is. And then I like the third one a lot because it hits me emotionally in a weird way that's not going to make sense to anybody else but me. So I do like that one a lot. Kraven, I saw that in theaters. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I really like that movie a lot. I did not go see Morbius because I hated Jared Leto as an actor. I did not go see Madam Web because fuck that noise. And I think that was it, right? For those ones?
Yep.
Pretty sure. And yeah, Beth, Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. He's just he is the best. Tobey's the best. Absolutely the best. So Spider-Man for sure. I got to see that. And actually, I've got to finish up that Spider-Man Noir show. I have like maybe 2 episodes left of that.
I got 3 into that, and then we got railroaded into something else.
I was watching it consistently, and then shit came up, and then I totally forgot to go back to it. And when I thought about it like a couple of days ago, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I finished it. And then I kept trying to think. I'm like, what? Well, how the hell did it end, man? Like, I can't even figure out how would it have. I remember seeing spoilers, but I remember seeing Spider-Man teaming up at one point with one of the villains. I won't say which one it is, to fight another one of the villains in Times Square. Which, man, I give it props. The show does really good with like its special effects for what it has and the ability. Like they did a pretty damn good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the last thing I remember. I don't even remember like who. I don't remember nothing else. But I gotta watch the rest of that. I gotta watch. I don't know if anybody's been into or watches Game of Thrones or House of Dragon or House of the Dragons. But my God, this House of the Dragon show, it literally should be named House of the Dragging On, because that's all it's fucking doing is dragging on. And I'm literally watching it out of habit now just to be like, well, something has to happen, right? Like something eventually has to come out of this, but like, holy shit, it's one of the most boring shows I've ever been sucked into in my life. but Game of Thrones was good.
I tried to get into Game of Thrones. I watched a few episodes, but just wasn't one that stuck with me. Maybe if I would have stuck with it, got more into the characters and stuff. But
no, for sure. The way, to me, any new movie, I don't want to say just new movie, but any new medium, whether it's a video game, it could be music itself, movies, TV shows, a book, anything that's not our normal, like everyday life, and you just jump right into the middle of it, it can be a bit jarring. And because I can specifically remember the first time I watched Game of Thrones, I remember talking to my friend about it. I'm like, dude, the first episode feels like it's the middle of a conversation that I'm walking into. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And he's like, well, you got to give it a chance. I'm like, that's fine. But like, I don't feel like I'm learning who these characters are like everybody else. I feel like I need to learn who they are some other way, and I don't know how to do that. But it slowly becomes normal to where that world, to me now, when they talk about it in the House of the Dragon show, which is a prequel, so when they talk about the things that will become what they are, I'm like, oh, that makes sense to me. Like, I understand that because I've seen all of it now. I've absorbed it. I've understood it. But like even Lord of the Rings, I never read the books. So the first time I watched the very first Lord of the Rings movie, I was totally confused on like, what's the Shire? What's a Hobbit? What is like?
There's no backstory. There's like, welcome to the Shire. Here comes the rest of the characters. This, each one pops right in and.
Yep. And it just takes that time to acclimate yourself to that new world, right? Like, I think that's all it is. But it's definitely, I don't think it's a show that's for everybody. That's definitely not my thing either, because it's a lot of weird incestual brutality of just like, oh my God, this is gnarly. So I don't suggest it. But
like the couple of episodes I caught into a bit of, I was like, oh, these two guys hate each other. Okay, why are they kissing?
There's a guy that literally gets captured and they mutilate his manhood, and then the entire time the rest of his torture is literally to have women come in and be sexual towards him, knowing he can't do anything now.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
Right. Isn't it? So it's sick, it's twisted, but if you like Lord of the Rings, but you want something a little bit more edgy, then yes, this is your bag. This is 100. It's fantasy. It's not as fantastical as Lord of the Rings. Like, it doesn't have all the monsters and whimsicalness and fun, but it's definitely as close as you're going to get for a grown-up. I don't want to discredit that. I shouldn't have said for a grown-up, but for like a rated R version of it.
Oh, okay.
That's the best way I can say it, because imagine Lord of the Rings with Helm's Deep, the Battle for Helm's Deep. Imagine that, but like way more violent. That's what you're going to get with Game of Thrones. You're going to get super brutality. Like, literally, people, when they get slashed with a sword, their face is going to get like cut in half and their head's going to split open. So, wow. It takes a while to get there, but when it does, it's cool. And the stories are fucking good. The characters are really fun. But I don't want to just say to somebody, jump into it, because it's pretty gnarly. It's nasty. Like, even my daughter, when I want to watch Game of Thrones, I literally will tell her, like, Dad's going up in his office. I'm going to be doing my toy stuff. I'm going to have this on, but my door's going to be shut. You just have to knock. Because I don't even want her to see any glimpses of the show. Not even like the dragons.
Yeah.
Because I don't want her to be interested in the show and then like find her way to see it, because it's got a lot of incestual stuff, sex. You see the man genitals, you see the females. There's it's brutal. I don't want to get any more into the nasty, but it's brutal. But I see the comments and I want to read them. Sleepy, I'm not sure. I used to watch back in the day, but not been able to watch the new stuff. It's all right. The Lord of the Rings, the series. I have not watched that. I won't lie. I don't want to watch the new Lord of the Rings shows, to be honest with you. I like the movies just fine, and that's kind of how I feel about some of the Disney Plus Star Wars stuff. I like the movies just fine. I'm sure the shows are great, but I don't really want to jump down the rabbit hole of all of that canon now. Because before, with that type of shit, movies were canon. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
They could pluck from books or comic books back in the day and be like, well, we're taking a little of this and we're treating. But then the movies were literally canon. Now, all the shows are canon, and now all the books are supposedly canon. And it's like, Jesus, man, God bless all of you fans that truly love that stuff. And I'm that way with my Turtles. So, but I got to stick to my lane, and that's it. There are some Star Wars things I have seen.
Absolutely. And how many different Stormtrooper things are we supposed to watch? There's like 10 or 20 different, Stormtrooper individual shows, and the Transformers are like that. They're canons all over the place. You want to talk comics, there's 4 different versions of the same storyline on a comic, or even animated. Everybody wants to dissect it and split everything apart, and I'm like, oh God, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I've been rewatching one of the Ninja Turtle cartoons. It's the most recent one. I like what they did for the first 4 episodes. Now, the first season is 12 episodes long, and I love what they did with the first. Yeah, I guess it would be the first 6 episodes, because they kind of do like a 2-story arc in one season. So, like, the first 6 episodes are one story, and then it continues into the next 6, but that first half is already wrapped up, and now you're on to the next thing, which is really fun. I like that, because it's like a mini series within a bigger show, and I think that's a lot of fun. You don't get bored with it. But the trope that they did, at least in the first season, I haven't watched season 2 yet, that I was like, oh, guys, you better not keep doing this. So I get there's 4 turtles, but then there's Splinter, and then there's April. You put those 2 together, you put Splinter and April together, and now you got 5 episodes right there. You've got a Michelangelo episode, a Donnie one, a Raph one, a Leo one, and Splinter and April.
Mm-hmm.
You do that one time, that's really fun. Like, because it's like the Avengers, essentially. All those movies or all those episodes will interconnect by the 6th episode. But when you start the next episode and you're having the team dispersed, and then every episode after that is, well, now you're with Michelangelo again. Oh, now you're with Donnie. I don't want that. I want the fucking team. I want the team. I'm here for the Ninja Turtles. I'm not here for the Ninja Turtle. Give me the fucking team. And that's how I feel with some of the comic books for Ninja Turtles or the cartoons for the Ninja Turtles. It's like, Jesus, man, like, I don't need all these separate entities. I appreciate there being all these other avenues, but god damn, like, it just becomes too much. So even to the people that are like, oh, the Ninja Turtles, they hoard themselves out with all the toy lines. I have no problem with that, because all the toy lines, I love them. But I can understand where it's like, yeah, it's a bit much, man. It is truly a bit much. What do we got in here? We got David Jones. What's up, David Jones?
David Jones.
Mostly books because they're canon, yes. You only the fandom the like for the Harry Potter. Harry! You're a wizard, Harry!
Dwight!
What's up?
Dwight.
Daredevil. Dwight is here. He's here, folks. If you didn't know, he's here. He is here. But, yeah, I don't know. I like stuff, and stuff is okay.
No, absolutely. But yeah, Marvel is one of the most diluted. I mean, you have main movie characters that are starring in series that you still have to tie into 4 different movies. And I'm like, okay, to actually see that blueprint of how the Marvel movies work, it's pretty incredible. The way that they kind of have all the movies linked together. But Jesus, talk about a roadmap of Kentucky's back roads.
What is up, Fiona Fox Reel? What is happening? What did you say?
God, 7 shitted.
Yeah, no, the Marvel. Because I was thinking of that. There's been a handful of Marvel shows, excuse me, that they've announced that they've actually followed through with, and then there's a handful of them that they've announced that they've never done shit with, and they keep announcing more things, which is always fun. You have to keep doing that. You have to keep staying relevant and alive and producing something new, but you got to follow through with on the shit that you've already, kind of come out and said with. I mean, for Marvel with their TV shows, I've never watched She-Hulk, and I have no desire to. I don't care if Daredevil is in it and he's wearing his yellow and red suit or yellow and black suit, whatever color they went with. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if the Hulk is in it. I don't want to watch that show. WandaVision was awesome. Loki season 1 was awesome. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I really like that. What the hell was the other one that I really loved that I have on DVD? Moon Knight. I thought Moon Knight was fabulous.
Oh, Moon Knight was phenomenal. That was a good series.
Moon Knight was absolutely incredible, and to the people that were sleeping on it, go fucking watch it. It's confusing at first, but that's the way the story's being told. It'll unfold in a way that makes sense when it's supposed to in like episode 4, maybe. I know that seems like a long time, but you're following this schizophrenic guy with dual personalities, and you're in his head basically trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with me. It's so much fun. It's Khonshu, when they show Khonshu, it's amazing. The CGI is really fun. That was the first Build-A-Figure for the Marvel Legends that I went out of my way to get, like all the pieces for.
Really?
Yes, I loved the Khonshu figure. I love the character. I have him still out of all my Marvel Legends. I still have the build. He's huge too. He's a big boy.
Wow.
And I have Moon Knight. It's a steel book case. I could not believe Marvel made that for a DVD to buy in Walmart. So I was like, hell yeah. So Moon Knight's my shit. I really love the whole Moon Knight thing. And they ended that season where you're going to meet, what's the taxi cab driver's name? Mark Spector, I think. So you're going to meet him, which is another one of his personalities, which that's the best one. That's the best one. And where the fuck is the promise on that of a season 2, or even being like Moon Knight's going to be in the Avengers? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, he can get his own movie. That would be even better.
What they need to do, and yes, this is a fanboy saying Marvel needs to do this. Since they're doing, they came out and they announced Ghost Rider with Ryan Gosling. You fucking 2 years ago, you announced Blade. You've got Moon Knight. Do Marvel Knights. Do a rated R Marvel Knights movie where you've got the supernatural guys coming together and fucking up Mephisto or Blackheart or what's his name from the X-Men? Shadow Lord? I think that's his name. Something like that. Shadow Demon or Dormammu, or whoever the hell else that's like a supernatural bad boy.
I would like to see all of them versus Fing Fang Foom.
Oh my God, Fing Fang Foom, let's fucking go.
Wouldn't that be the
bro? See, okay, I've thought this a bunch. I love talking this type of shit. Oh my God, Joe, yes. So you've seen Shang-Chi, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. That fucking that monster dragon thing that came out of the cave or whatever that was sucking soul, that is one of the coolest monster designs I've ever seen in my entire life. That dragon thing is straight up kaiju, nightmare fuel. Godzilla couldn't have a hard time fighting that thing. But,
oh my God. And I've got a bunch of Iron Man, Fing Fang Foom, Iron Fist crossovers.
Yes.
And, oh yeah.
That mountain, that should have been Kunlun or Kunlun, however you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that dragon that came out of that, it should have been Fing Fang Foom.
Oh, that's why I just want to curl that hand with all the jewels on it. Just yeah. Mm-hmm.
That dragon, it should have been that version of Fing Fang Foom, the spirit sucking, soul sucking monster, and that should have been Kun Lun hidden away in the mystic trees and shit. Like, they really could have done a deep dive and introduced fucking Iron Fist in that Shang-Chi movie. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress. In Daredevil, which I guess since we're talking about the Disney Plus shows and how they kind of are hit or miss with their continuity, Daredevil has been their biggest, success coming from Netflix over to Disney Plus. You can say what you will about it if it's tonally different. I think it's pretty much on the money for being in the same or under the same umbrella as the Netflix shows. They say fuck and stuff like that in the Disney Plus one, so they don't sugarcoat it or downplay it or anything. I enjoy it. I've enjoyed the first two seasons, or I guess if you want to call them seasons 1 and 2. But I technically call them seasons 4 and 5 if they're a continuation of the previous. But to what I was trying to get to, with Iron Fist, if they're bringing in if no one's seen Daredevil season 2, spoiler alert, sorry, but Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter, she returns in this season to help beat the shit out of some people with Daredevil. And then in the very last episode, what's his name? I forget it now. He played Luke Cage in the
Cage.
Yeah, what is his name? Shit, dude,
I don't know, but for some stupid reason, there you
Michael
go.
Coulter. There we go. I knew I'd get it. I love him. I have his first 2 seasons of Luke Cage on DVD. I think those are really fun. They're really campy and cheesy, but they're fun as hell. So we've got the original Daredevil, we've got the original Jessica Jones, and we've got the original Power Man or Luke Cage, whatever you want to call him. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they bring Finn Jones back as Danny Rand for Iron Fist, because I unapologetically think his show of Iron Fist, the first season, I haven't seen season 2 yet. It's on my queue on one of my streaming things to watch. But his first season of Iron Fist it's better than Luke Cage, and I love that show. It's better than Jessica Jones, and I did not love that show. I think Iron Fist is phenomenally underrated. Is it 100% accurate? No. But that's a very strange character to present and not make him overpowered instantly. And I had fun with it. I had fun with his story of him from rags to riches once he kind of got, kicked out of Rand Industries and had to learn the way of the power. I am the Iron Fist. Like, I loved it. I thought it was fun. And you see the slow the slow demise of his friends who are still remaining in Rand Industry, and then him, and you see how they're the villains, and it's good. It's fun. So hopefully they'll bring him back as Luke Cage, or not Luke Cage, I apologize, as Iron Fist. Because I think he did a good job, and I would hate to see the original people come back and then they have to recast one person. I feel like that would be like, man, you fucked that guy.
That would be weird. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah. You'd mess up the band.
You really would, and I feel like it would definitely put a bad taste in someone like me's mouth who truly is a fan of that character that you've portrayed already. And plus, we live in the MCU, where I give them credit, man. They definitely, when they do their deep cuts of characters, they do a good job of them. Like in Deadpool Wolverine, there was the expectation of what characters could we see from the multiverse. I was never in my life going to say Wesley Snipes. Never. Never. And now I've got the Marvel Legends Wesley Snipes action figure, like, and Channing Tatum, It's awesome, dude.
I love the way they mix that up. I mean, how many of us out your jaws all hit the floor whenever he said "Flame on"? You know,
Bro,
instead of Avengers Assemble. I was like, oh God, that's great.
Yeah, man. Just like Deadpool, the audience member, was right on board being like, yo, that's Captain America. He's just a different this is Nomad from after the Avengers and shit. And little did any of us know, as soon as he says, yup, flame on, it's like, what? Like, oh my God, that's fucking Johnny Storm from the Tim Story Fantastic Four. That's insane. That's insane. Like, beautiful stuff. But then they do shit, and this really does bother me. They bring back Tyler Mane, the original Sabretooth, and they have like this one-on-one moment with Hugh Jackman and Sabretooth, just like in the original movie. And then you think there's going to be this epic fight, and then he fucking gets his head cut off, and it's like, what? How do you just punk out? Like, this could have been, okay, this is a rhetorical question, but it's like, you know how you just gave us that fight with Deadpool and Wolverine, and they're just beating the shit out of each other? You could have given us an even crazier fight with a definitive ending where Wolverine and Sabretooth are just beating the shit out of each other. You could have Deadpool standing in the back and being like, I'm not getting in the middle of these two. Fuck that. This is a family feud thing. And then by the end of the fight, Wolverine cuts his head off, and then that's, then you're like, oh shit, that's a real fight right there.
Oh yeah.
But I hated it because Sabretooth he's so cool. But it is what it is. Can't win them all, but
it was definitely a lost moment. And and then they look at each other, they scrap for 2 seconds, and then you see a pan to his head hitting the ground.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, damn, dude. Like, he didn't, like, I just, and see, that's the thing. Why bring back the at that point? Why not just recast somebody different? Because as much as it is, it's fan service. Okay, well, if you want to go with fan service, then when we were inside, what the hell was her name? Nova?
Cassandra?
Cassandra.
Yeah.
That's right. When we were inside of, Ant-Man's fucking dead body, essentially, and you see all of her minions, if we're doing fan service, inside that pit, we see Lady Deathstrike from X-Men, and she looks exactly like the version she did in X-Men 2. So why not bring back the original actress if we're doing fan service? Why not bring back Vinnie Jones to be the Juggernaut, just like in X-Men 3? Why not bring back Colin Farrell to be Bullseye? Because for you eagle-eyed viewers, if you look hard in the background, there's a black guy, and he's got the Bullseye tattoo that Colin Farrell had in the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie, and he's dressed like him from that movie. Why not bring back Colin Farrell? And then there's some brown bearded short motherfucker that's supposed to be the Russian from the Punisher comic books. Why not bring back fucking Kevin Nash to be the Russian from the Thomas Jane Punisher movie? If we're wanting to do that. Like, that's the annoying shit. Like, bringing back the original guy that was Pyro from X-Men 2, or was he in 3? I can't remember. He was in both. That was cool. I like that because he had an extended cameo. You saw him periodically throughout the movie. It wasn't just, oh, he's here and then he's gone. He was a henchman. He was, carried out a duty, and I like that. But the rest of it, I don't know. I'm so ready. Who's saying this? Rob. I'm so ready for the X-Men movie. That's a great conversation, and I'm gonna have that. I don't want to get too heavy into that one, but I want to talk about. What's up, Kaz?
When's the X-Men come out?
No idea. They haven't even announced the X-Men stuff yet, but I want to do an X-Men video for like one of my Smoking Aces shows. where we talk about the X-Men movies as a whole, kind of like what we're going to do with Spider-Man on Monday, and talk about the potential of what we think based on what we've seen so far for the Doomsday stuff, if they're going to carry on with the original X-Men, if they're going to look like that, just the typical kind of conversations. But I would like to have that as a topic specifically for one of those shows. So, because I'm excited for the X-Men as well. Obviously first it's Blade, and then it's the X-Men, honestly, that really brought these comic book movies to the forefront. What are you showing us there,
I was
Joe?
going to say, it looks like Disney Plus has in 2028 a series, an X-Men series coming out.
Oh, we'll have to wait and see.
I thought I seen something shown recently.
Interesting.
Yeah. But that's
Interesting.
it says Disney Plus, but it's James Marsden in there.
Huh. Well, that's something then. If you keep an eye on that and you find out anything more of that and we do the X-Men one, jump on and bring that conversation to the table right there. Because I didn't know that. I had no idea. I don't use any of those streaming services, so I don't see what's available and what's not. So that's interesting. For sure.
Well, can you view Disney Plus on that other thing there, Kaz? You can probably get anything you look for, I'm sure.
Right. I use Plex, Plex, and 99% of what I watch is available on that streaming site. But I too, I'm very excited for the X-Men. I mean, the fact that we're getting all of the original, well, I say all, but 90% of the, original X-Men in this next Avengers movie, whether they live, die, survive, whatever, man, count me in. I'm very, very into it. And it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, anyways. And I'm expecting to be heartbroken for sure. Like, definitely a lot of the characters that I've come to love over the years, I definitely expect them to die or at least be altered and changed some way, somehow. Like, every Avengers movie has pushed the needle forward, not only narrative-wise, but for each one of these characters, and I'm very, very excited.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. It is going to be cool. Are you excited to see the new variation of Hulk in the Spider-Man movie? That's one of the key aspects I'm looking forward to.
All right, so because I know you might know a little bit more than I do with the story or whatever with this. Now, I'm assuming
I've seen the trailer and that's it.
Okay, now I have not seen the trailer at all with the Hulk in it, not once.
Oh, okay.
But I've seen the toy. I know he's gonna Hulk out. I know there's a trailer that they saw at San Diego Comic-Con where Spider-Man and Hulk. Oh my God. Spider-Man and the Punisher are fighting the big green bastard. There we go. I got it out of there. So there's going to be a big fight between them. So I know Hulk loses his control at some point, right? Now, the context of it, I do not know, but I've come to this assumption based on the information I have seen and what I know about I don't want to say comic books, but what I know about characters. So we have seen the Hulk rage out in a uncontrollable way one time, and that was in Avengers Age of Ultron, and that's when Wanda was doing her little mind control shit, and she tapped into Bruce Banner's mind and fucked with him and got, I don't know what he was imagining, but was pissing the Hulk off and getting him to rage out. So we got that really awesome Hulkbuster versus Hulk scene, which was absolutely incredible. The little kid in me was so pumped to see that shit. What's up, cousin William? Thanks for popping in, brother. Or cousin and brother. What the hell kind of Arkansas bullshit is this?
Hey, we do have Uncle Bubby. We do have Uncle Bubbies in my family, so
So, where was I going? I saw cousin William and I got distracted.
The Hulk.
Oh, the Hulk. So in this, I'm assuming because I won't spoil it, but because there's a certain character that can control minds, or at least has the ability to alter your mind. I'll say it like that. I think this individual, because of the first trailer they show an individual strapped down into a chair, but they don't show the face. And the hand that they show, it looks like a very young girl's hand, which to me, it's indicating there's a young girl as a threat. I'm air quoting that as a threat. And rumors were that it might possibly be Jean Grey from the X-Men. Now, I'm going to believe it, whether I see the rumors or not, or I believe that. Because, one, all the buildup of the X-Men has to start somewhere. And if this rumor that I've heard once or twice is true, it makes sense to have a young child, I don't want to say child, but a young teenager, if they're going with that for the X-Men age. It makes sense to have him with Peter Parker for that reason of like, oh, we're kind of keeping it at like a kid level. It just makes sense in my weird lizard brain. That's all I got. So she has the ability of like, what is it, telepathy or telekinesis or something along those lines?
I think all of the above, yeah.
All of the above, right. Okay. So she can jump into your mind. She can kind of control it. She can alter the way you think. All that kind of fun stuff. In the trailer, I don't know who's narrating it, but they're saying something. And while they're saying it, you see like an old woman kind of do like this, like her, like there's a ghost that's kind of like directing her to look this way. And then you see someone in the distance kind of doing, like getting, so it looks like something is being possessed through one person through another, essentially, right? And I think that's going to be the narrative of why the Hulk rages out, because we see Bruce Banner in the very first trailer, and I don't know, why would you have Bruce Banner in this movie? You could literally have that be Miles Warren, which would, oh my fucking God, if you're a Spider-Man fan, if they had a Dr. Miles Warren, imagine that if you're a Spider-Man fan. And Peter Parker, oh my crap. If Peter Parker goes to Miles Warren instead of Bruce Banner to talk about mutation, and Miles Warren is like, oh, Peter Parker, let me take some of your DNA and see what you mean. Right there, you got the start of the Clone Wars. And if you know the Clone Wars, ooh, daddy, that would be sick. So, in this movie, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but if you hear the name Miles Warren in any capacity of a scientist that's working with Bruce Banner, and think of it like that, think of maybe we're going to see the Clone Wars coming up in some future rendition of Spider-Man. And at that point, that makes a lot of sense, because the Jackal, that's the Punisher. That's when we see the first appearance of the Punisher, is when the Jackal and Spider-Man, oh my fuck, and then the Punisher's in this new Spider-Man movie. We might be onto something, folks. We might be on something.
I'm trying not to ruin it. Yo, I know it, like all the shit you're talking about, I know.
Sir, mute yourself, or something.
Said nothing.
Scratch your eye once if I'm halfway right with my fanboy theology.
Oh man, I swear to God. In the movie theater, I swear on everything I believe in, my right hand to God, if they say the name Miles Warren, I'm jumping up in the fucking theater and I'm going to be a distraction and I'm just going to scream, I told you so! I knew it!
I'll hip thrusting. You have to,
So that's my thought on why the Hulk kind of gets possessed, because we're past the point of Hulk being like a bad guy. So he's not going to just turn into the Hulk and be like, well, fuck you, Punisher. I want to kill you now. So, but I'm also open up for interpretation of what they're possibly going to do. Because, hey, Red Hulk in Captain America 4, Red Hulk was not 100% accurate to what the comic book was, but I still enjoyed the piss of how they I liked how they did the story of him quite a bit.
Didn't the Clone Wars come after Secret Wars?
To be honest with you, I don't know when the Clone Wars timelines. I think so, because I think he had the black suit in that storyline. I have to pull it out. I have the entire Clone Wars.
Yeah, you got me looking at my stack of comic books going, I know where that issue is.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know how many issues it is. It's a handful of them, but I have all of those. I have to dig them out and look for them. I'm going to do that for on Monday. I'll have those ready for when we talk about Spider-Man and stuff like that, because I love the Clone Wars. I mean, you get introduced to Ben Reilly. One of the best versions of Spider-Man you're ever going to see. Fuck you, Miles Morales. Fuck you, Spider-Gwen, and all you multiverse spider people. Ben Reilly is legit. I love Ben Reilly. So, and man, what a perfect, literally just having Miles Warren's name in that movie, or him as a character, you can open up that Spider-Verse without being like, well, we need to have Peter Parker for everything. So, oh man, yeah, there you go, Hinder. Scarlet Spider, man. When they first made the Scarlet Spider as a Lego, he was in like $150 set, and I wouldn't even lie to you. I bought that set because I wanted it, but the Scarlet Spider was the bee's knees of that Lego set. He was the best part of it, 100%. So you're seeing Spider. Who said that? Hinderer. You said that?
Hinderer, yeah.
All right, Hinderer. I don't know what time you're seeing it Monday, brother, but I'm going live on Monday, and I'm going to be talking about it. So if we're posted up, jump on in, dude, and talk about it. Because Joe might watch it over the weekend. Kaz has already seen it, and I'm going to go see it tomorrow at 2 o'clock. At 1:30. Oh, perfect. Perfect. You'll be just getting out of the movies as we're starting to talk about it. Well, no, it's at 1:30. It'll probably start at 2 o'clock. You'll be out there about an hour after we've been talking. So that'll be fine, though. That'll be fine. But I don't know. What do you got? What do you got going on, Joe? Anything interesting you want to talk about?
Nothing really. Got the show coming up to Sunday night. Woohoo! I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing for that, but I am waiting on a couple things. Like you said, I think, Kaz, that I was billed out for that insignia as well. So we should be seeing that here at some point in time. And I got a notification on that Jetfire, that Armada Jetfire, that might ship early. So,
the Autobot symbol Prime comes tomorrow for me.
Is that for a car?
Huh?
What is the symbol? I feel like I remember.
This Autobot symbol. This Optimus Prime. This Autobot symbol.
Can you put it on your car? Is it a decal? Is that what it is?
No, it's the actual Transformer.
Oh.
It's called. The series is called Icon. It's called the Transformer Icon Optimus Prime.
I was thinking Icon, thinking a label or some stupid shit like that.
It's not a. It's the actual transforming. It's the Autobot logo that turns into an Optimus Prime.
Oh shit, that's cool.
And there's a Megatron Decepticon coming out.
Of course.
You know what? Since we're talking about Transformers, Joe, I'm gonna tease you a little bit right here.
Can't have one without the other.
Now, Joe Prime and myself, we've been in the middle of a trade. He sent me some stuff, and I got to send him some stuff, but I'm waiting to get him something really nice. But in the meantime, I got this shirt for him. It's just a red shirt with his little logo on it. And then it's got my little patch on the arm there because he has to represent me if he's representing himself. And then on the back, it's got his little insignia there with his time of when he does his show and stuff like that. And I got it put in that Optimus Prime red for you.
Shake and bake, baby.
Shake and bake. That's right, brother. And then throwing this in there for you because if you already got it, oh well. I'm gonna be just like your dad, Joe. I don't give a shit if you got it or not. You're gonna take it with you when you leave my house. So this is coming to you. You're gonna add it to your collection. There is a mini mystery Super 7 little Transformer figure for you. You don't know who it is, but you'll enjoy who it is.
I'm very curious. Now, you got 4 of them, right?
Yeah, I ended up buying 5 of them because that's all they had. But there are 6 different ones altogether. But the main ones are these 4, which I got all 4 of these plus an extra of one of them. And then the 2 rare ones are Optimus and Megatron. And they're in like this weird translucent kind of red.
Ooh.
So, but I got all of these for like $4.20. These fucking things, I would never pay almost $20 for one of these. You're higher than a giraffe's ass if you buy something like that for $20.
Thank God I saw a video. Otherwise, I would have picked one of those up. I saw somebody. I was like, "What the hell? No."
Yeah, they're fine for $4. But when you've got a blocky for $5 and it's fully articulated, you can build it. It's fun. Why would you buy a fucking $20 figure that only goes up and down like this and it's really boring? I mean,
and it's made of eraser material.
Yeah, for real, man. They're for Super 7, man. They're wonky. Now, I have a couple of the Super 7 blind box Sesame Street characters, and those are fucking sweet. Those are well worth. Well, I don't want to say they're worth $17, but they're better. I'm gonna say it like that. They're better.
Now these were the Super 7 ones, weren't they?
Yes. Where the trash can lid can go up and down.
Yep.
Yes, they're great. They're really cool, and they fit in with some other aesthetically pleasing stuff. So there's that. Now this, I will not show you the full box, but I will show you just this. Just this.
Man, I got to put my. Well, I don't even have my. There. Now I got my glasses on.
Here you go. Can you see it?
No, but I definitely will be able to pause this after the stream is over. Good
luck. Hey, I gotta say, for me ordering this on Temu, the box, or not Temu, I ordered this one on AliExpress, is chef's kiss. It wasn't all beat up, dinged up, or danged up. So when you get this box, Joe, I kind of hope you keep it for a minute before you throw it out because it's very, very nice.
I have a bad habit of doing that. I have quite a few boxes stashed that I think are like underneath this big white desk over here is all boxes. I've got boxes in the rafter over there, boxes under the desk over. I'll add it to them. Don't worry.
Now,
and 2, remember everything that I got you was discount and clearance. So you know I appreciate everything you're doing, but you just.
Oh, trust me.
I don't. I mean, I know you're not gonna. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm the $10 broski. I'm not breaking the bank. The figure I got you, I took it out. I checked it out to make sure it wasn't broken on the inside too before I sent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I think it's really cool. Now, I know you will appreciate it. I don't know exactly how 100% it fits in with all. I know it fits in. I shouldn't even have said it like that, but you'll know once you see what I'm saying. And I think it's fantastic. I don't think it was more than $11.
Oh, okay.
Legitimately, I don't think it was more than $11. And then this was like $5, and I'm not going to show the full box, but I will show the length of the box.
Oh, wow.
So there is the length of it, but I will not show the
lengthy.
So there's a huge Transformers thing right there. And then
Oh, that sucks, man. You're gonna have to. I can see what you're talking about, where your boxes keep getting bigger.
yeah. So then I'm going to be throwing in some new Aces Place 22 cards in there for you. I'm throwing in because I want to be professional more. So I'm throwing in another toy company sticker because I have too many of them. So here's a BBTS sticker for you. There's going to be a very fine, writes beautifully. It has a stylus on it, an Aces Place 22 pen.
Ooh.
And these are wonderful. They do write really, really well. And not only that, but I know you like to smoke your little J's. Here's this.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
You can put that right on the end of your pinky. And you can put your little joint right in the end of that.
$1 billion.
Yep. And then that way it frees up your hands to do other shit. And you don't have to worry about dropping your joint.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah,
Oh my
sweet?
god.
I forgot I bought this way back when I bought a bunch of the Temu shit, to fill in that $20 billing. I saw this and I'm like, I thought about using this. I was like, oh man, when I make a joint or something like that, that'd be fun as hell to use. I'm digging through my drawer here the other day and I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot I had this little thing. And I know how you are, Joe. So that's in the box for
That's
you.
so handy.
What's that? There you go. Exactly. You'll be able to have that right on screen. So when you're doing your toy reviews, it's your pinky's always out and you got your joint going right there. And people can always be like, this guy's fucking for real, man.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
So, and like I said, I believe my local toy show is this Sunday. And I want to find something because you won the last giveaway that I had. So I want to get like a premium figure for that giveaway specifically and not so much between our trade. You just happen to win the giveaway on top of it. So, and what I want to do, I truly want to find some GoBots. That's what I want to land on. I want to get you a couple of the GoBots.
Those are getting harder and harder to find now, aren't they?
I've got a friend of mine. He's got it like a little fucking pig looking for truffles. He's got his nose to the ground for me, and he's looking around in hopes that we can find something, whether it's 1, 2, or a handful. I'm looking for them.
See, in those pins, I have to have the ones with the stylus because whenever I'm setting my volume after I do my edits, I can't get down to the number 3 with that. I have to use the pin and be like, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, these pens, man. Temu, I know you can't read it, but it does say Aces Place on YouTube. So, even if this pen runs out of ink, don't throw it in the trash. Leave it on a counter. Leave it somewhere where someone else is going to pick it up and they're going to think it works. And then they look at it and they're like, oh, that's a YouTube thing, but the pen sucks. Like, just spread
I will put it up. I'll put it up here in rotation.
There you go. Spread my channel like a cheap street walker.
Like you just got out of the shower.
Exactly.
One defective pin at a time. Spread.
Yes. Now let's see who the hell's been harassing us in the comments. Cousin William, I am joining Joe's live on Sunday. Oh, I guess I'm not going to join it now. Thanks, Cousin William. No,
thanks for the warning.
Yeah, exactly. No, I will be there. I got to be there. Rob, Joe Prime of Primes. Oh, that's about it. The Prime of Primes.
Rob,
15 to 20 is a rip off. It absolutely is. I'm excited for our trade, Acer. Acer, who the fuck is Acer? Oh, you misspelled my name. How appropriate, Hinderer. I hope you can find some cool Joes for me. I'm still trying to see if I can find why am I drawing a blank? Storm Shadow. A Storm Shadow for you. Not from the movie, clearly. Sweet Goblets, I have the VW Beetle. Oh, where'd it go? Beetle Super GoBot. There you go. AC. My camera looks crooked, but oh well. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Kaz, what do you got going on, man? Anything?
Same shit, different toilet. Show at 10. Show at 10 tonight. Gonna drink, smoke, talk shit, talk about movies. Spider-Man might get ruined. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be listening. I'll be listening in until I hear someone say Spider-Man, and then I'm like, all right, I'm web swinging out of this motherfucker.
Well, you can't jump out right when you hear Spider-Man because that hadn't been spoiled yet. We're allowed to say Spider-Man, right?
But there is that quick notion where as soon as someone hears that word Spider-Man, they might say, yeah, and then fucking Jean Grey dies. And then I'm like,
what? Did Mary Jane and him fall? Mary Jane remembers him and has 10 babies, and they have the house with the picket fence, and he stops Spider-Man and he retires. Damn.
Next you're gonna tell me that there was the fucking end credit scene of like his fat friend becoming the next villain in the next movie.
There was a cool scene with him and Ned at the end. There was a cool scene.
Now, do we get any Peter Porker sightings?
Peter Porker.
Yeah,
Since this is multi-universe.
Oh no! Oh, you talking about the other one? The other ones? No, you don't see any of the other ones.
You know what would be a great Easter egg for the Peter Porker is when like Peter Parker himself is making breakfast in the morning and he's got some pig or some bacon and he just picks it up and he's like, ooh, a little Peter Porker for this morning and eats it. I think that would be the most realistic way of being able to get away with that shit.
Oh man, Prophet, you missed everything. Ace gave away a vintage turtle lair.
Not only that, man, but I gave away the vintage a vintage Destro figure that I picked up at a toy show. It came with all the accessories, and its head was still good, I guess.
The head changed from silver to gold in hot water.
That's what up. Yup. That's a thing.
That's a thing.
It sucks, man.
That's
I was gonna give it away. Maybe next time. I'll probably come across another one of them once again in my lifetime. Who knows?
You understand, bro. You understand. Them's the rules.
No, you didn't miss much, Prophet. No topics of real, topics, just kind of bullshit and talking about whatever. That's what's up. Peter Porker. That's how Peter's wife got pregnant. Oh my Prophet. This is a
Prophet bringing that Prophet charm.
I can't put that up on. I can't share that on screen, can I? Oh my God! Sorry if you're offended, children, but that's the story of the birds and the bees right there, man. Little piggy got inside the corral. Hey, actually, I was thinking about this on our conversation we had on Monday, Joe, and Prophet. You're here too, but when I was talking about when they leave kind of things loose ends, or they don't give you enough backstory to know what to really think about. So specifically the Doctor Doom thing I was talking about, where it was like, oh, I accept that Doctor Doom is in the Fantastic Four's universe. I just have a hard time believing that they never mentioned him once in 5 years. Just even Sue and Reed having a conversation to themselves, like, don't you think in a behind the closed doors moment when Sue and Reed find out they're pregnant, they'd be like, oh, good thing, Doom's not around to fuck this up for us or something like that. That's just my thought. But a bigger one, I feel like this is a big point to what I was getting to, is the fact that Uncle Ben, by name, has never once been mentioned by Peter Parker or by Aunt May when she was alive. And I find that to be so bizarre in the Spider-Man, just not the overall MCU, but in the Spider-Man timeline, that you never see Peter once say to Ned, man, I really miss Uncle Ben. Or you never hear Ned say, I miss when Uncle Ben would do this kind of stuff with us. I've always felt extremely disconnected that this Peter Parker that we have is Spider-Man because of a tragedy that happened to him off screen. Like, all of us that grew up reading the original Spider-Man comic books, Uncle Ben was really the driving force for Peter to become Spider-Man.
Oh, absolutely.
So I've always thought, man, it's so fucking weird that Uncle Ben has never been once referenced by Peter Parker or Aunt May. But then you get in the third Spider-Man movie, Aunt May saying, with great power comes great responsibility. That's fun and fine and dandy, but that's a few years too late, in my opinion, on just that specific narrative thread. I accept it. I'm fine with it. But it just felt super weird. It still feels weird. Even when I go back and watch those movies, I would like for Peter Parker, when Michael Keaton's character realizes that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and he basically tells him in the car, stay the fuck away from my daughter. It would have been cool to have a reflective moment with Peter just saying to himself, what would Uncle Ben do in this moment? How would Uncle just... Like, I feel like Uncle Ben's not even a person, and I hate that because I miss Uncle Ben. I love you, Uncle Ben. Shout out, Uncle Ben. But I was just thinking of that all week because I'm planning, obviously going to watch Spider-Man tomorrow and just rethinking all the Spider-Man movies and shit like that. And I don't know, it just popped in my head of like, why? Oh shit. Doom has approached the battlefield.
All right. Well, let me give you a little bit of an alternate perspective here on that whole Uncle Ben thing, Ace.
Okay, hold on, time out. Hold on. I appreciate your input, but don't just jump on here to correct me.
I'm not correcting you. I'm giving you an alternate perspective from something personal. It has nothing to do with Spider-Man. It's just a kind of a parallel experience, right? Now, when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time with my grandfather, my grandmother. My grandmother and I were always the ones who decorated the house for Christmas, together. I would be the one that always took her shopping. My grandmother was hilarious. She almost got us arrested one time because she called shopping shoplifting. And she had told the security guard at the store that we were shoplifting one day. Oh, and he's like, what? And I said, no, she doesn't mean stealing. I let her explain shoplifting. And she'd be like, well, think about it. You lift it off the shelf and into the cart. Then you lift it out of the cart and onto the counter. Then you lift it off the counter and into the bag. Then you lift it out of the bag and onto your counter at home. Then you lift it off the counter and into the fridge. It's a lot of lifting. It's shoplifting.
Damn, that is too much logic. That makes sense.
But the point I'm trying to make is, my grandmother died.
Were trolling. Your grandma was trolling back then.
Pretty much. So, but my grandmother died about 12 years ago. And you know how many times I've brought my grandmother up in conversation since then? Maybe 5.
You can't put that story to something that's written down that's already been given out. Spider-Man,
people don't talk about their deceased loved ones just randomly, unless something. Grievance is
usually. I was just about to say grievance is shared. Usually it's brought. You bring up yours to try to relate to a person to help to them through their. Right.
So it's not like he's just having daily conversations about Uncle Ben.
Right. Yeah, it has the kind of drive in. It's one of those combos that needs a trigger.
So you're telling me, because again, if we want to put logic to this shit, you're telling me in 5 years, not one time is there going to be a conversation about a character that was pivotal to the creation of a character.
Well, I'm not saying they never talk about Uncle Ben. I'm just saying they don't do it on camera. It's not necessary for propelling the story forward. I'm sure Peter and his aunt have talked about Uncle Ben plenty on their own, but that's not worthy of cinema.
There's
kind
so
of the
much
same thing with Dr. Doom, right? They didn't talk about Dr. Doom in the Fantastic Four universe on camera because it wasn't relevant to what you were watching. But in that 5 years, I'm sure Sue and Reed have had many a conversation about Doom. It just wasn't relevant to the story they were telling.
It is relevant with Doom, because if you're going to tell me Doom was there the whole time, I need to believe he was there the whole time, other than just pretending.
Right. Well, it's relevant to us as an audience, but it probably wasn't relevant to the Fantastic Four in the movie, because they weren't dealing with Doom in the movie. All the conversations that they have during the film are going to be things that they're dealing with during the film.
How about that? They could flash back to old scenarios and then show the extended version where he's the one that.
So many things that could be dissected from that. So if you go back and you watch the original Fantastic Four, the moment when Johnny Storm runs up to Ben Grimm and he's like, "Hey, look, they made an action figure of you." What the fuck is the point of that scene? There isn't.
That's to illustrate how famous they are and how loved by the public they are.
The rest of the movie does that when the cameras are flashing and there's news interviews. That
I'm just saying, again, every scene where they show like an action figure or the cartoon or Johnny flaming past his own billboard for the Coppertone sun lotion. Remember, he's got a flaming billboard in Times Square in the movie or whatever. That's all to illustrate the popularity of the Fantastic Four among the people.
But that doesn't do anything for the narrative other than the people in that know they're popular. That doesn't.
Well, yeah, but you're being introduced to the Fantastic Four as an audience.
And I'm being introduced to Spider-Man, who every other version of that has introduced me to Uncle Ben and has had some sort of. Okay, Spider-Man 3. He has a reflective moment where he has a flashback with Uncle Ben. That propels the story forward. How is somebody that we're told for so long as an audience is important, but they're not important all of a sudden, even if he doesn't say, now you guys can say, I don't talk about this person. That's you. The story doesn't focus on you and what you have going on and what's important to you.
Well, right, but the story didn't focus on Dr. Doom either.
No, but if you're telling me he was there in 5 years, someone, again, maybe they'll show the flashback, maybe they won't, but someone would mention that name. Someone. In 5 years of my life, I have mentioned somebody that I have not seen in 5 years. An old boss, an old coworker, someone like it happens.
Right, but did you film it?
Why would I film myself?
Well, you're saying that if Victor Von Doom, not necessarily Doom himself, was such an intricate part of the Fantastic Four, he went, depending on the canon, he went to the same college. He grew up with them. He was a rich Latvernian, what do you want to call it, an exchange student at the most brilliant levels, and that's how he met Reed Richards. And to go through the entire movie and just not even mention that, but have I can kind of see it, because you don't want to take focus away from the big bad, which is Silver Surfer and Galacticus and all that stuff. But to have just an empty chair there at the very end, and that's all, and then the rest is just left up to your imagination.
Again, sure. Doom was not part of the story of that first movie.
True. But with Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. I don't think we'll get that unless Sam Raimi directs another Spider-Man.
Well, the thing is, we got it in the MCU. It just came from Aunt May instead of Uncle Ben. And I will say that I am more prone to agreeing with Ace on Uncle Ben than I am with Dr. Doom. Because Uncle Ben is, he's the reason, like you said, he's the reason Spider-Man does what he does. And the only mention of Uncle Ben in any of the films, and we didn't even get his name, when Peter meets Tony, he tells him his uncle died.
Right. And that, to me, it's enough, but it's not enough. It just feels like there would be a conversation. When Peter is in those moments where he's broken, say they're up on the fucking in the third one there, where he's up on the school and he's crying in the rain and shit like that, and Aunt May's dead. It would have been just a nice reflective moment to see something of him with Aunt May and Uncle Ben in some sort of moment where he's literally thinking of the people he's lost that have helped create the man we are going to see in the next Spider-Man movie. It just, again, it's not a big deal. It wasn't meant to be a big deal. It was just a thought I had. Could you imagine if every thought you had that didn't matter was questioned by somebody and they had to try to throw a fact out there to change the way you're thinking just because you have this perspective? Not once.
I'm not trying to change the way you're thinking.
I absolutely feel that way, 100%. I mean, every time I try to say something,
that was not my intention.
Well, it definitely felt like every time I would just put my opinion there, you would contradict it with, well, this, which, well, good for, my grandma's dead too. I talk about my grandmother all the fucking time. People are not the same. Like, people are not the same at all. My dad's dead. I don't talk about my dad. My grandma's dead. I talk about her all the time. My dog's dead. I talk about him all the time. Your life experiences that are not comic book or put out there for the public to view or to absorb have zero meaning on what is presented to us by somebody that's creating it for us. Now, you can say it doesn't push the story. Well, no, there's a lot of filibuster conversations in movies and shows that are just there to fill the next step into the next conversation. I, from my experience, find it strange if how Uncle Ben has always been presented to us as an important figure in Peter Parker's life, that there would not have been, all right, we'll go with this. Right when I finish this, that there has not been a scene of him and Uncle Ben together at all. Now, I don't agree with this, but in The Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker's dad dies, just like he should. For whatever reason, they did a deleted scene in the second movie where Peter Parker's dad is still alive. I don't need that. That doesn't do jack shit for me.
The Tobey Maguire one, wasn't it? That's the very first.
No, the Andrew Garfield one where they actually show like the mom and the dad on the airplane, and they actually show them like, well, they don't.
Yeah, the Tobey Maguire one was just Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man was Andrew Garfield.
Right. Which I like the Amazing Spider-Man story where they went where his parents were kind of like spies or whatever, and then they die trying to keep a secret, but it went too weird. Went way too weird. But even if these Spider-Man movies, and this doesn't even have to happen, but even if there was like a deleted scene where they showed Peter at a cemetery and there's Uncle Ben's grave and Aunt May's grave, I'd be like, oh, so he does exist. So there was an Uncle Ben. I mean, even in the house, there was never like a picture in the background. Aunt May in the original ones, she's praying with a picture of fucking Uncle Ben in her hands to Jesus before Green Goblin comes and attacks her.
Oh, yeah.
But there's just, and I get in that storyline, Uncle Ben was important. That's the difference I have to specify. In the newer ones, he's clearly not important. But for my own personal take, I would have liked to have just seen like a picture of the fucking guy on a shelf or whatever, been like, oh, Uncle Ben, there you are, you old son of a bitch. Like,
well, it's sad too because he would have died very young.
I agree with that, but at the end of the day, that's any like picture of Uncle Ben or mention is pretty much basically an Easter egg. You know what I mean? That's,
and I would be fine. I would be fine with an Easter egg of Uncle Ben. I wouldn't even. Right.
Which is essentially all we got of Dr. Doom in the Fantastic Four was the Easter egg of the Latverian chair being empty.
Which I can, like I said on Monday, I can go forward with accepting that because we're gonna get more with it. So I'm not wiping it off the plate yet and saying, well, fuck, they didn't give us enough. Like, I could probably do something with Kang and say they screwed us out of something like that. But
well, I think that's more the actor kind of screwed us out
100%.
By being an idiot.
100%. 100% agree with you on that. But even then, I wouldn't mind, let's say with Doctor Doom, if they wanted to write off Kang, and instead of how they have Doctor Doom kill Thanos in the storyline, maybe have that character be Kang, and he gets killed off real quick, and that way we can write that off. I don't know how Loki season 2 ended with Kang. Did he die definitively?
Well, one variant of him did, but at the end of it all, there was remember at the end of Ant-Man Quantumania,
yeah,
the after credits scene was the Council of Kang. So there were like thousands of Kangs in there.
And I didn't know if they tied that up with season 2 of Loki, because they knew they were.
There was a rumor for a while, and it's only speculation, and I don't think that they're going to do it actually, but there was a rumor that in order to like kind of erase the Kang actor mistake from the Marvel MCU, that they were going to start Doomsday, or when Dr. Doom goes to Loki, right? Because if he wants one universe, Loki can't keep doing his job.
Right.
If Loki continues to hold the multiverse together, Doom's vision of one universe can't happen, right? And the idea was that before Doom could go deal with Loki, to avoid creating a power vacuum, he would have to go wipe out the Council of Kang.
The Council.
So that was the idea, that Doom would go and kill all the Kangs. Because otherwise, if Doom gets rid of Loki, then the Kangs just come in. They fill the whole power vacuum.
Right. And I don't.
So, in order to really, truly get rid of the multiverse, then he would first have to kill all the Kangs, and then he could go deal with Loki.
And I don't think from any of us, and we've all kind of collectively keep our ears to the ground, I don't think any of us have heard anything about Kang or Jonathan Majors coming back, right? Or no? Am I wrong?
Well, there was talk about him coming back because he got cleared of all charges or something, or whatever it was. He kind of got the James Gunn treatment, right? Where James Gunn was fired for saying some horrible shit. But then it was like, all right, dude, the shit was 10 years ago and he was testing jokes for a vulgar character in a horror B movie he was making. You know what I mean? So it's like,
right.
They eventually let him come back and do the Guardians Christmas special, which was amazing, by the way.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
And then Guardians Volume 3, which, again, another fantastic film.
What's your favorite one?
Pages of the Guardians?
Yeah.
I like the third one the best, actually.
Yeah, me too.
And my taste is it's actually a perfect reverse, because my favorite is Volume 3.
Yep.
My second favorite is the Christmas special. My third is Volume 2, and my least favorite is Volume 1.
I like 2, but I wish there was a little bit more fighting in action. Well, I don't want to say action, but a little bit more fighting in it. But I liked it very much.
Well, not to get too far off topic, but one of the things that I really enjoyed about Part 2 was it illustrated just how strong, how much beyond human levels of physicality all of the Guardians were, right?
Yeah.
Because think about it. You see that scene when they're fighting inside of Ego, when they're like at Ego's core and they're fighting. And you see Gamora, Drax, and Mantis all jump from like 200 feet in the air and land on their feet without even so much as spraining a shit.
Yeah, you're right, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like a perfect way to illustrate their superhuman strength without having to tell you they're superhumanly strong.
Right? No,
and they took it a step further with Gamora, because you remember Nebula comes charging at her with the ship, and she picks up the gun from the ship and just fires it like a fucking bazooka.
It's badass.
So I mean, that gun probably weighs what, 100 times what she weighs, like
easily.
That gun had to be at least 3 tons.
And she just
shouldered that shit and fired it. And imagine the kickback on that gun, right? And she's steady while she's firing it. Like one of us, if we managed to get that thing off the ground, one shot would have us on our back underneath the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be terrible.
Completely.
But so the Kangs, the Doctor Doom situation with the Kangs, I think the only thing that makes sense would be Doom wiping out all the Kangs. Now, especially, it makes it, here's another reason that Doom might need to wipe out the Kangs, because if he wants only one of each person, right? He doesn't want variants of people, right? He only wants one of each person. Well, who does Franklin Richards become in the comic books? Centuries in the future, he's Kang. Kang is Franklin Richards. So if Doom is trying to raise the kid as his own or whatever, or trying to make the little kid Franklin into the Franklin he wants, then all of those Kangs have to go.
Exactly.
He has to be the only Franklin.
And that's an interesting narrative, because clearly they emphasized the Latverian witch, like you said at the end of Fantastic Four, sitting there with their child. So
well, I'm assuming that's a Latverian witch, because
I'm gonna go with that too,
because the mask is smooth. It's not like riveted like Doom's is. It's a smooth mask.
Even the shape of the body doesn't seem bulky. It seems very slender from what you see from the back going down. So I agree. Once you said that, I was like, oh shit, these guys are onto something. I didn't think that deep into it. And then I know we talked about the different colored versions of the witch. I went after the stream and looked that shit up, and man, it's hard not to think that maybe possibly that all those Latverian witches are different versions of Wanda.
Right.
It's so hard not to think that when specifically they're calling it a witch, and then you see the different colors, and it would just be epic. She takes off that mask, and it's our version of Wanda, Elizabeth Olsen, but then the other ones have like altered faces of different people, but they're the same.
Of course, by that rationale, only one of them can survive, because Doom doesn't want a multiverse.
Well, that's the thing I was thinking of too. Maybe one of them, maybe the red one is the original, and the other ones might be manifestations or some bull crap. I don't know what they could do.
Right. Well, if Doctor Strange could multiply himself, why can't Wanda?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So maybe that's what it is. I'd be on board with any of that junk. I'm all for it. I'm all for that shit. That sounds so cool to me.
Right, but I think if we get any reveal that the witches are Wanda in the movie, it won't be until the very end, because Vision isn't in this film, and I think if you're going to give Wanda like a big meaningful arc in the film, Vision has to be a part of that. And between Doomsday and Secret Wars, that Vision show comes out. Right. Or that Vision show will be out right around the same time as Doomsday. So, and that Vision show is most likely going to lead into Secret Wars and not Doomsday.
Yeah, right.
So Vision and Wanda will probably have a large role in Secret Wars, but that's why I think she's been allocated to Latverian Witch in this particular instance.
Which totally is cool with me, because one, even if it is a character we've seen before, it's a new rendition of that character, so it's literally not just a repaint and a new costume. It's a whole new evil version of that person. Or maybe she's not evil. Maybe she's being, possessed. Maybe Doom has the Darkhold, and who knows? Who really knows what avenues they go down? But I love the idea that was thrown out there that possibly could be her, because it's
and the idea that she's turned evil actually makes really good sense for why they would wait to give her a bigger arc for Vision to be back, because if there's anything that could pull her back from the darkness, it's Vision.
Right. It'd be Vision, exactly. And I don't care what anyone says. You can go back and you can rewatch Doctor Strange 2. The moment when the temple or whatever collapses on her, you see that that red orb disappear, basically, which is her before it all crumbles on her. So she's not. Right. There's no way she's dead.
Anyone who watched that scene and thinks that Wanda's dead must have never read a comic book.
Right, 100%. Plus, to check a box off an agenda, they're not going to kill another female character after they just killed Black Widow, because they do need to have a certain amount of them females on the screen. That's a thing. It's a no-brainer. And Wanda's a badass. Why would you? She's fucking fantastic, and she's beautiful.
Actually, there is one female character that I could see them killing, and it would be for both. No, it would be both for story purposes and for fan appeasement.
Ooh.
Because she's played by an actress that no one likes, right?
Captain Marvel.
And in the comics, Rogue only gets her flight and super strength by absorbing her to the point of death.
That's the way it needs to go. 100%. 100%. Because there has been which I found this odd. There was no announcement of Brie Larson being in Doomsday or future shit or anything like that. So I find that very interesting.
Right. I think that Captain Marvel, I think we're going to get introduced to a new Rogue in Secret Wars. Right? We might even get introduced to more than one. I think we're going to get introduced to a bunch of new cast members.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about what Secret Wars is. It's a soft reboot, right? So if they're bringing X-Men in from all the different multiverses, then by the end of Secret Wars, when we're down to one universe, the X-Men that survive are going to be our X-Men going forward. So there's going to be a lot of new castings on the X-Men.
Right, and you're going to need that team before you just say, we got a movie coming out. It's 100%.
Right. It would not surprise me to see the guy who played Cyclops in Days of Future Past. Or not Days of Future Past. In Apocalypse.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I like those characters in them.
And incidentally, that same guy that played Cyclops actually played Reed Richards in Fantastic as well. So he's already been Cyclops and Reed Richards.
No, Miles Teller wasn't Cyclops.
In the X-Men Days Age of Apocalypse. Wasn't that Miles Teller?
No.
Look it up right now.
Yeah, I've seen that kid in something else. He was in Ready Player One. That's the other movie I saw that kid.
Oh, right. Hang on. Yeah, and that's a different guy. Okay, so
man, Ready Player One, that's a hell of a movie too. That was a fun one.
Let's see.
So, wait a minute. What do you got here for information? So far, Spider-Man Brand New Day has grossed $72 million for their preview screening. I'm predicting it's going to, what's that last word? I can't see. Surpass the Odyssey by next Friday. Odyssey's almost at, $1 billion right now? They're at like $700 million. But Spider-Man being at $72 million already, that's, they'll be clearly over 200 million by
now, how's this going to feed into that X-Men Disney Plus series? Think about that, because we have at the very end, don't we get 2 or 3 of those New Mutants where they start talking about some of the younger characters?
I don't know. If they're doing an X-Men series, I find that interesting, only because what we were talking about earlier with Disney Plus's, track record with their shows and either being hit or miss or one and done.
I've done the math, and they're exactly 50% since Endgame.
Wow!
Like they have a good one and then a bad one, and then a good one and then a bad one. They're hitting 50%.
Yeah. I don't know how the X-Men, man, do we want them on the small screen for their debut, or do we want them up on that big screen all the time? That's tough.
Well, I think their debut is 100% going to be on the big screen, and I think it's going to be during Secret Wars.
And then you think maybe they'll do for their. I don't
think they'll do a Disney Plus show for the X-Men. I think they'll do a Disney Plus show that could involve the X-Men without needing the stars of the films to be the stars of the TV show. I think we'll get a New Mutants TV show.
I'm okay with
the show is about the kids in the X-Mansion and not the X-Men themselves.
I would be okay with that too. I was thinking at first, maybe if you do an X-Men show, if you can only get one or two of the big names from the movie, you showcase them and their story and their back and make the show more of like the origin process of it. But I'm okay. Man, I'd be okay with fucking. I like the New Mutants movie. I thought that was fun as shit. So I would be okay with.
Oh yeah, I think the New Mutants movie is entirely underrated. That was such a great telling of the Demon Bear saga.
I totally agree. I truly enjoyed the shit out of that. It's got an amazing tone to it of that creepy freakiness. Like, my daughter does not give a shit if it's superheroes, but she likes that it's a scary movie. And I'm like, all right, that's cool with me.
And they couldn't have cast Magic better.
Oh, she was great, right? Now that's a crossover. I would like to see her from that movie in some kind of X-Men capacity. I want her to be that same character with, what the hell's the dragon's name? Grimlock? No.
Lockhead.
So I would like to see all that. Seeing her with Colossus, I would like to see those two together.
Right. That actress has been on a ton of shit.
Why can't I remember her name? And it's right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now because it's bugging me.
It's one of those three names like all these actors have now. I know Taylor's in there, right? Taylor? Something Taylor. I can't remember.
That's Anya Taylor-Joy.
Joy. That's what
I didn't even have to finish looking it up because you said Taylor and it clicked. Anya Taylor-Joy.
I wanted to keep saying Taylor Johnson, but I'm like, oh, that's not even a fucking human, I don't think.
I'm sure there's a Taylor Johnson out there somewhere.
Probably, and we just gave him a shout out. Shout out
on top of that, most Taylors are men, so they all have Johnsons.
This is true. This is true. Taylor's Johnson. That's what we were saying. Yeah, I would like to see her come back over because she was obviously the standout of that movie because she was the biggest name in it. But it was awesome at the end when she got the fucking all her magic and powers and stuff.
Right.
So,
if I had to rank like how good the New Mutants were in the movie, I would say Magic was the best. I would say Cannonball was the second best.
Cannonball.
I would say Sunspot was the third best. Then Rain, then Mirage.
Right there. Right there in the comments. Ronan, Taylor Johnson, Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's why I fucking had the Taylor Johnson from.
Oh, yeah, because he was Quicksilver in the Age of Apocalypse.
These sons of bitches all have two similar names.
And he was Kraven the Hunter in that bad movie.
And he was Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass was great, though. I can't fault him for Kick-Ass. He was fantastic.
What else? Oh, and he was, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but Bullet Train with Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking awesome. That movie was so good. And Aaron Tyler Johnson's in that movie as, I think his name is like Agent Lemon or Agent Orange. He is so damn funny and so damn good in that movie. If no one has seen Bullet Train, go watch that movie. It's so fun. And he's actually going to be in the new, I don't know how you pronounce it, Wolfman movie. However, it's WULF, Wolf, like that. By, what the hell is he? Robert Eggers, that director, I believe. So I'm excited for that. I love me some fucking classic Universal monster werewolves. That's my jam. Lemon and Tangerine. Ronan, you're good, man. You are good. Lemon and Tangerine. That's their names. Yes. Lemon and Tangerine. Oh, I wish I had that. That's a good fucking movie. It's a very good movie.
Oh, something else that's been bouncing around in my head that I've been meaning. The other day you were talking about, who was it? Danny Martinez or something like that? But I remembered like a day later who it was. You were talking about the guy that played opposite the Falcon.
Oh, Danny Ramirez. Yeah.
Danny Ramirez. There we go.
Yes. Yes.
For some reason that stuck with me. I was like, why is this sticking in my head? Who is that?
It's so strange. Names like the one Prophet and I were just trying to do, the Anya Taylor-Joy, which sounds like a name you should never forget. But then I'm over here thinking about a fucking male actor with the name Taylor Johnson. And man, their names, like, okay, this is a fun fact. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Michael Keaton's real name is not Michael Keaton. His real name is
Michael Douglas.
It's Michael Douglas, but because there was a Michael Douglas already, he had to use his, like, come up with a screen name or something like that anyways. And it's like, wait,
that's 100% right, Ace.
Yeah, what a weird story that is. So
right, because he had gone in to get an agent, and the agent said, "What should he gave his headshots and said Michael Douglas, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna have to change the name because there's already a Michael Douglas and he's way more famous than you."
Could you imagine being like, shit, I'm not even famous yet, and I have to fucking use a different name? Like, and, hey, testament to Michael Keaton's acting ability. It got him somewhere. He's like one of the biggest, I don't know if he's super relevant as much, but he's, to our generations, one of the biggest names in, cinema history. So,
but they've both been in the MCU.
And I mean, and with Beetlejuice had its resurgence in sit. So, but I have personally seen way more Michael Keaton movies than I've ever seen with Michael Douglas.
Right. Well, Michael Douglas got a much earlier start than him. He did a lot of movies when he was younger.
And he did a lot of, like, really.
This current generation is only going to know Michael Douglas for fucking Hank Pym.
Yeah.
I was going to say there's about 100,000 movies Michael Douglas did in the probably late 70s. In the 80s, oh my God, you couldn't turn on the TV.
Oh, one of my
oh yeah.
Well, one of my favorite adventure movies is Romancing the Stone with Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
He was in one of the most iconic horror films in Fatal Attraction.
Yeah.
And then he was in the movie with the infamous beaver scene with Basic Instinct.
And then what's the other one? Wall Street, the original Wall Street.
Yeah, he was Gordon Gekko in Wall Street.
Yep. I mean, no discredit to him. He does have a very amazing filmography, but I guess he is before my time. So I would have seen Michael Keaton, who was more, especially. Both of those guys did very different movies from each other, like very, very different. So
right.
Michael
and in the MCU, one's a hero and one's a villain because Michael Douglas is Ant-Man, the original Ant-Man, and Michael Keaton is the Vulture.
But you know what? Both of them, over time in the MCU, are both very good dads. They love their families and they love their kids. So there's something to be learned from, folks. You can be a bad guy or a good guy, but as long as you love your kids, you can coexist. I think. I lost the message. I don't really know.
Well, not to contradict Ace again, but I'm going to say kids belong in the mines. Kids belong in the mines.
You can put the kids in the mines because you can still love them when they're in the mines. There's no separation of love. They do belong in the fucking mines. The Temple of Doom, there was Indiana Jones, I love you to death, but you stuck your nose in a business that didn't need it. Those kids were perfectly fine where they were.
Right. Show me a kid, and I'll hand him a pickaxe and say, "Here you go, kid. Learn a trade."
Learn a trade by just smashing rocks. I love it.
Those rich folks need that cobalt for their iPhones.
Yeah, bingo. Absolutely. Michael Keaton's
That's what's happening.
Michael John Douglas. Well, how about that? And you know, one of just randomly speaking of Michael Keaton, one of my favorite movies with him in it of all time is the movie The Founder, where he was playing Ray Kroc, the McDonald's guy.
Oh, that was good.
That was a very good movie.
That's a super exceptionally good movie, and that was right around his little resurgence, Michael Keaton's, because he just did Birdman, which another really great movie.
Boy, howdy, people overlooked that one. What a great flick.
Big time, dude. Those one-shot scenes where the director, you know, literally is having the camera follow these guys and gals all around the backstage through the dressing room without like a single cut, and it sounds easy. To me, it sounds like, oh, how hard is it to use a camera and just fucking follow a guy? But watching interviews and stuff and knowing how hard it is to make a fluid shot like that on the film that he was using, it's such a good movie. It's such a great movie.
Oh, absolutely. And the psychological twists and turns to it, you never really know what's reality and what isn't. It's great.
Yeah. Yep.
In my mind, that universe exists in the same one as Defendor. Has anybody seen that one?
Oh, with
Woody Harrelson.
Oh my gosh, I don't know anyone else that's ever seen that movie, Joe.
I love that. God, what a great movie.
Yes. I've
never even heard of that movie.
I don't think it was in theaters at all. I think it was straight to DVD. But it's all about Woody Harrelson, and I won't ruin it, but he's kind of mentally disabled, but it's Kick-Ass. It's another version of Kick-Ass, but it's more real instead of like being comic book enthusiast. It's, no, dude, you're really going to get fucked up. You don't know what you're doing. And when you do get fucked up, shit's too real. And it's very good movie.
Yeah.
Wicked. And you wouldn't think Woody Harrelson would be in, I mean, maybe you would, but the first time I saw the trailer, I'm like, is this Woody? This is Woody Harrelson doing this shit? Okay. Loved it. I've always...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that guy could exist in the same universe as whatever Samaritan, the Stallone one, too. That was great.
There you go. Joe dropping the deep cuts with the really like obscure superhero movies and stuff like that. Hell yeah. Now, when I watch Birdman, because I'm a child and I can't separate reality from, you know, fantasy, I cannot help but every time when Michael Keaton is doing his like battle for, you know, control of his mind, so to speak, of himself and then the Birdman character, if you switch out the visual of Birdman and you put Batman in it, I literally feel like this is Michael Keaton's own personal battle of not being able to escape the shadow of Batman.
Oh, because God, it's definitely an ode. The whole movie, absolutely.
Because the fact that he was this superhero Birdman at one point, and he rode off into the sunset, but the shadow of the Birdman never truly escapes him, and this is, he wants to step away and become something more than, you know, just a movie actor. He wants to be taken serious. Again, you put that image of fucking Batman flying, like a demonic Batman flying over Birdman as he's walking through the city. You've got an autobiography of Michael Keaton's, you know, trials and tribulations, pretty much. And I cannot separate my brain from that reality. And it kind of sucks because I don't allow myself to get the deep dive of the Birdman experience like I did the first time around. Yeah. But it's also my own fun little twisted perspective on it.
Well, you know, and that's probably why Michael Keaton was cast in the role.
And I've thought that many of times. I'm like, it's too paralleled to his actual, I don't want to say his actual real life, but to his acting career, which it probably was an easy thing for him to portray that character too, to be like, you know what? I wish I was Bruce Wayne one more time. But I want to step away from it, but I can't step away from it. And such a fucking movie. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got I'm a bonus features guy. So the Blu-ray DVD has one of the coolest I say backstage, but behind the scenes moments I've ever seen, where it's literally the director has all of the cast members standing on a stage together, and he's talking about doing the one shot, and he gives a rose to every single one of the actors and the cast members and the crew, and he's basically telling them, you all have this one rose. Like, not a single one of you is better than the other. Like, we all are here together. We're all in this to make the best. And that's not new, like, to have like a little pep talk, but just to see the way the dude did it and how the film came out in the final cut is like phenomenal. And then that guy went on to do, I think he did, what's the Leonardo DiCaprio one with the bear? The Revenant. I think he did that.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that.
That's a really great movie too. I think Birdman's better, but that's a preference. But I'm pretty sure he did that one. Someone can correct me. But just a really great director. I like his stuff. Him reprising his role as Bruce Wayne in Batman was the main reason I watched the Flash movie.
Okay. Birdman was part of the Brightburn universe. That makes sense, DB. That has the same feel to it. I feel that. Yep.
Brightburn. Wait, is that the evil Superman movie?
The evil kid?
Yeah, it's like what happens if if you give children superpowers, because children don't have, empathy developed yet. And you know what I mean? Right. If a kid wants a toy, right? Like a toddler wants a toy, and you don't have the power to stop him, right? If that toddler can like just break through the walls of a toy store and grab whatever he wants, and someone tries to stop him, well, he's probably going to just pulverize that person,
right?
And go about his day with his toy. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a more realistic approach to what would happen if you gave children superpowers.
Oh, I totally agree. I know I've seen the movie Brightburn. It came out within the last 5 years, so I know I've seen it. But
you never give children superpowers. You give them pickaxes.
Yes. Now, Prophet, what if the green ring from Green Lantern chooses a child, and this child, his only ability to manifest anything with the green ring is a pickaxe? Are we allowed to have this?
Sure. They actually, there's using the power ring as an example, kind of like illustrates that I'm not the only one that thinks that way, because in the DC's Dark Multiverse, in their comics, that's what happens to one of the Bruce Waynes. Basically, in the alley when his parents get killed, that's when Abin Sur's ring chooses teenage Bruce Wayne. And he becomes powering, and he becomes an evil Green Lantern who just.
This is the dark. I know you said that's the Darkest Night. Okay, so when I used to play the Injustice video game, you could get the Darkest Night Green Lantern Batman suit, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? He's like a zombie. This is insane looking."
Well, no, that's from the Blackest Night.
That's from the Blackest Night. Okay.
Yes, at that point, because the Black Hand had the ability to raise the dead and make them part of his Black Ring Corps.
Okay, that's deeper than I know of anything of the Green Lantern Corps.
Usually, when he would bring someone back as a Black Lantern, they would retain their memories and kind of use them to psychologically attack the people they were fighting, their living, friends. Or enemies. Right, but with Batman. With Batman, that did not happen. Batman was just a husk, an empty shell. And the reason for that was because Batman had been killed by Darkseid. And Batman's was basically teleported back in time, which is where you get the comic book Bruce Wayne, The Road Home. And it's Batman as a caveman. It's Batman in the Old West. It's Batman as a witch hunter. It's basically Bruce Wayne traveling through time to get back to the present. And he becomes Batman in each of these different eras. It's really good.
I'd have to check that out. I did not know that was a series. That sounds complicated, but also very fun. I like that.
But that's the reason why the Batman zombie didn't have his consciousness when the Black Hand brought him back in Blackest Night, because his consciousness was actually lost in time.
No shit. That's cool. See, now, DC, they do a really good job with their animated movies and stuff, and I've seen quite a lot of them. That would be I would like to see something like that as an animated movie, because we won't get that as live action, not in our lifetimes, but that sounds cool as shit. I do want to look that up and see if I can find them.
Yeah,
what is the Batman? What is it called?
It's called Bruce Wayne: The Road Home.
I want to write that down. I've not heard of that one. The Road Home. I like it.
Yeah, it came after Final Crisis, because it's in Final Crisis where Darkseid kills Batman. He hits him with the Omega Beam. It's one of the only times Superman cries in the comics.
Superman! Always look like my camera. Whatever. Fuck it. I did not watch the Flash movie, to be honest. I do want to see just the Michael Keaton part, but other than that, and this is like what I was telling my daughter, actually. We were watching, speaking of giving an adolescent, kid superpowers, it's a pretty perfect segue. She really loves the movie Shazam, like the first one. We haven't seen the second or anything, but she really loves that first movie with Shazam and stuff. So I was kind of giving her a little bit of a history lesson of the DC EU storyline. I love the original, or the Aquaman movie with Jason Momoa, the first one. I think the story's everything's awesome about that movie. So then she asked, she goes, well, is there a second Aquaman? And I go, yeah, there's a second Aquaman. There's a second Shazam. There's a Black Adam that is supposed to tie into Shazam and blah, blah, blah. So she says, like, well, why don't you own those movies? And I simply straight up said, it's hard for me as a moviegoer and someone that's invested their time in these characters to know, well, after Aquaman 2, there's no Aquaman. Like, they're not, Jason Momoa's done. The next time I see him, he's going to be Lobo. So this is my weird brain. I can't bring myself to be like, well, I want to watch it just to see what happens. I'd rather just say I've watched the first one and I like the first one and I don't need to see where the second one goes, because I know there will be nothing coming from that. And that's kind of how I felt with The Flash. Like, oh, I wish it was a little sooner and there was something coming after it, because I would love to participate in the conversation. But knowing they're just doing the Flashpoint story or whatever, I can go watch the TV show and get everything from that. I loved the CW show. I thought that was a lot of fun, and they did a good job with that for the most part. So I might be the only one that thinks that way, though. What's up, Moto Viper and Eddie Munson? What's happening, fellas?
What up, Eddie Munson? Moto.
And I'm sure maybe the Flash movie is good. Maybe if I'm out someday and I see it on DVD and it's like, oh, it's $10, I'll pick it up. But other than that, I can Google all the best, or not Google, but YouTube all the best parts of it. I mean, I know George Clooney's in it. I know Nicolas Cage is in it. And some other shit, but those aren't narratively driven moments. They're just the Easter eggs that I can YouTube.
Oh,
first
yeah.
Shazam was cool. Yeah. The first one was really cool. I liked it quite a bit. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but I had a lot of fun with it. I liked Mark Strong. He's always a villain, and he's pretty much always the same type of villain, but he brings that tough guy energy, so he was a lot of fun in that movie.
Yeah, the only time I can remember him not being a villain is in Kingsman.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh, I got another one where he's not a villain. 1917. He plays one of the British like generals or captains or whatever in the military, and he's only in it for maybe 2 minutes. He's one of those intermediate kind of guys that the main people run across in the moment, and he's a good guy in that. He's in that.
You know, he was actually my pick for Professor X for a while there.
I like him. I think he would have been a really good Professor X, and he would have hit that perfect age mark too, where you could have gotten like 10 to 15 years out of him before he started looking like the Patrick Stewart, if you want to go with that older look. I think he would have nailed it for sure. And he brings a sense of, what's the word? Gravitas? That's a word, right? Like he's just got this professionalism to him, like, and it's definitely the accent that gives him it.
Right. Well, you know, he's a well-spoken, bald British guy. What more do you need for Professor X?
Exactly. Like, you know, he was really freaking good in the first. Why can't I think of it? Robert Downey Jr. Help me out, Prophet. You know, I know you know. He's so kind.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, Sherlock Holmes. I couldn't fucking think of his name. Oh my god, I wanted to say the Great Mouse Detective. Not even. But yes, Sherlock Holmes. He was great in that movie as the villain. I mean, he's just all around a great guy. So, and I would have loved. Oh my god, I think the rest of us would have liked to have seen what his Sinestro would have been. That would have been pretty cool. But
yeah, it's unfortunate the way they misfired on that first Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, I agree. It had all the right parts. They just fucking farted it together.
Yeah, they mushed too much into that movie. They should have let Hal focus on becoming a Green Lantern and building a relationship with Sinestro. You know, because it makes more sense for because Sinestro and Hal were like best of friends until the Guardians expelled Sinestro for wanting to make fear a weapon.
Right. And the big yellow thing, Parallax or whatever the hell its name is, that right there is its own like story arc. They should have. You could have made a couple.
They mashed two of the major Green Lantern villains into one with that stupid creation. Because Parallax is the entity of the universe that embodies fear. Now, the entities in DC are like the equivalent of the Infinity Stones in Marvel.
Yep.
Right? And they had it melded with Kronos in the movie. And Kronos was a guardian of the universe that, you know, one of the bosses of the Green Lanterns who went the wrong way. He he didn't want to, he was like the bad guy of the Guardians. And he was kicked out for it. But, both of them had much bigger separate arcs in the comics. And in the comics, the first person that Parallax possessed was Hal Jordan.
Right. I was just going to say it was Hal. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I remember when I saw the Green Lantern movie for the first time, I had fun. All right, so this is, I guess, just an admission of guilt. I have fun with some of the worst movies because I always have in my heart, as the kid that is me, an appreciation for what is because there never was before it. So, best example, Batman Forever. Prophet, you've busted my balls before for having a cool Batman collection, but unfortunately, it's Batman Forever. And I can't disagree. I can never disagree with anybody that says, dude, you got a Batman Forever collection. Like, why? I don't know. I love it, though, and I appreciate it because when I was a kid, all of that shit was new. We all grew up in that era where there was only ever one before that or a version of it. So when Adam West's Batman came out, that's what everybody in that generation had to go off. That was your definitive Batman. When Michael Keaton's Batman came out, that was mine. That was, oh my God, this is the Dark Knight. This is the Caped Crusader. This is my fucking Batman. And there was no Two-Face. There was no Riddler in any of these movies. The only Riddler I ever saw was the old Adam West one, where I was like, oh, this is all right. And then we got the Jim Carrey one, which Jim Carrey was a national treasure in the 90s. So, of course, as a little kid, that's gonna help me out 10 times more, making that movie enjoyable for me. So it's all the things that make the movie, not so much the movie itself being good. So with the Green Lantern, the first time I saw it, I was like, I know the story's fucked up, but I enjoyed it because we got to see a guy in a Green Lantern suit using a ring, manifesting like a big cannon, doing shit with it. Like, visually, that's what captivated me. And I give it a slight pass for that. But other than that, I don't go back to that movie hardly ever to watch it.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to movies, when people have disappointment, it's, with Green Lantern in particular, I think it would be a lot easier to forgive how bad it was if it hadn't denied us another crack at a Green Lantern movie for so long.
Ooh, that's thinking. That's a valid point.
Right. That's why it'll be so great when Superman and Batman become public domain, because then anybody will be able to just make a Batman and Superman movie, and we'll be able to pick what we like.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, realistically, are they going to be like DC's losing the rights to him or something?
Well, the thing is, once the character becomes so old, it becomes public domain. Right?
You don't think they're going to buy it though? You don't think they're going to buy it back or whatever?
However, they can't, because the original creator has been dead for so many years or whatever.
Right? Okay, I didn't
think about it like this. Think about it like this. Sherlock Holmes, we talked about him earlier. Well, Sherlock Holmes was a literary creation of somebody, right? But Sherlock Holmes is public domain. You could go and make a Sherlock Holmes movie without worrying about copyright right now if you wanted to. And no one could stop it.
I wasn't sure if there was like a contractual thing, with the estates of this and that. Like, I never know with that shit. But
that's one of the have an expiration date. Like, for example, if you wanted to use Mickey Mouse in a cartoon, as long as you use the Steamboat Willie version of that Mickey Mouse, Disney can't stop you, because Steamboat Willie is now public domain due to its age.
And that
kind of like Winnie the Pooh and all that.
And right, and that's what I was just gonna say. I love those really bad, cheesy fucking horror movies that have been being pumped out the last couple of years, where you got Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. You've got The Grinch, where you're a mean one. I just bought Bambi, something Reckoning, where Bambi's like a murderer. I've got the Peter Pan one, which is really fucking creepy and dark and messed up. They just came out with a Pinocchio one, and I love it. I love that stupid shit.
Right, like if you wanted to right now, you could make your own Cinderella movie. Disney doesn't own Cinderella.
Right, exactly. Oh, and the Popeyes, that's right. The Cinderella's the Popeyes. Well, like Prophet said, there is a Steamboat Willie horror movie where there's a giant rat or guy in a rat costume killing people. So I love the public domain shit. I just don't know, to me, if it's a big enough property, my brain tells me there's people signing contracts to make sure other people can't do that shit with it. Like, for instance, But the People Aren't Dead, with James Bond, I know whatever the family's name is, they have the rights to James Bond, and nobody can do anything with that shit unless...
Right, well, James Bond isn't old enough for the public domain yet.
Right, no, that's why I was kind of trying to figure out how to say it.
Yeah,
So
well, think about it like this. Whatchamacallit? Big M put it in the chat. Superman will be public domain in 2034. Right.
Oh, wow.
So what? I think it's like 100 years. Like after something's 100 years old,
wow,
it becomes public domain.
That's crazy to think in less than 10 years. Huh. What a crazy idea. What a crazy thought. Now my brain is like scrambling around thinking.
Big M says 95 years, he thinks.
Even less than. There you go. Like imagine in 20, we'll give it an extra 5 years. Imagine in 2040, you have like 4 or 5 Superman movies made by just, average Joe Schmoes. That's crazy to think about.
But we could technically see 2 Superman movies make it to the theater at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, right. That's crazy. I never would have thought of that.
Right. Well, I mean, we've actually kind of seen similar things in the past. Right, like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Robin Hood Men in Tights came out in the same year, I believe.
Did they really?
Very close to one another.
Wow, I didn't realize that. I thought they were.
Yeah, because Robin Hood's already been public domain for like the last half century.
Forever, yeah. Which makes sense because there's always a new Robin Hood movie every like 5-10 years.
Right. They're never gonna stop making Robin Hood movies because it's free.
Yep. I still say the best Robin Hood movie is the Disney animated one. I think that's the best. I love it.
I think Dracula is also public domain.
Yo, let's all of us get together and make a Dracula movie.
Well, heck, if we wait a couple of years, we can make a Dracula Superman movie.
What the fuck? You're blowing my mind. That would be kind of nuts. Could you imagine fucking Superman as Dracula? You'd be fucked. You would be fucked. You would not be able to stop that guy from sucking on your neck.
Oh, yeah. The whole world would be fucking vampires or dead.
Damn. Hey, whoever's making What If comics for DC, if they even do What Ifs, make that a comic book. That'd be badass. I love that stupid
What if
shit.
Superman was a vampire?
Right.
Oh man, they ain't got shit on him.
No, man. Marvel used to do all those one-shot, what ifs. I got tons of what if comics. I would love a yeah.
Well, DC does what ifs as well. It's called Elseworlds.
Elseworlds. That's why it wasn't coming to me. There's this called Elseworlds. That's right. Well, imagine the irony of this. You've got Superman as like basically Dracula, and then you've got Batman who's got to come in and stop him. It's like, what the fuck? This is so stupid, and I love it. Right.
A similar story would be, have you ever seen Superman Red Sun?
Oh, where he's Russian?
Where he lands in Russian instead of
Russian. Like you, Ace. Like you fucking commies.
Son of a bitch. Hey, look at you. You're wearing that maroon coloring like them fucking Russian, that USSR group.
Well, just know whether you're for Russia or America or England, whoever, I'm the one selling the weapons.
This is true. Even us turtles down here in the sewer lair, we get all of our fine weaponry from one individual. That we're not ashamed to say that. We are not ashamed. Blade Aculus. Dracula and Superman. I would love some stupid shit like that. I mean, yeah, we've got Marvel zombies. Like Prophet said, we had the Blackest Night kind of characters and stuff. So, I mean, it's a little bit on the nose there, but I love that shit.
Yeah, well, Marvel actually has Dracula as a character in and incidentally, DC does as well. Because DC has like a government strike team that's made up of Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein.
I think Invisible Man's in there.
Yeah. So they've got a team, I can't remember what the team is called. There was a cartoon for it though. like last year or the year before. Within the last couple of years, there was a cartoon.
Oh yeah. It's not the Howling Commandos is Nick Fury. Oh yeah, I do know what you're talking about because there was James Gunn did a cartoon of it.
Right.
I never watched. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, but that's like DC's Monster Squad. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. What's up, Curtis? It's been a minute since Curtis has jumped on here, but always welcome, Curtis. What does Nana? What is he saying? What does Nana?
What does Nana Commander mean to do now? You know what? I don't know what she's up to lately.
Oh.
Well, you know, in my G.I. Joe universe, in the Prophet Directors universe, Cobra Commander only had the money to fund Cobra. It wasn't made through Ponzi schemes. It was made. He got a trust fund from his grandmother. And I created a Nana Commander figure, and it's basically like a skinny old lady figure with a Cobra Commander like chromed out face shield under her old lady hair and plastic.
All right, so honestly, I thought Curtis was just throwing some weird bullshit out there, but that's funny as fuck now. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have a photo of it. I'll check. If I do, I'll show
Nana Commander. I literally thought he was just throwing some nonsense out there and you were just feeding into it. But the Nana Commander is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
I like that shit. I like that. Now, just randomly thinking of this, I know the G.I. Joe movies are not canon, so to speak, to like the cartoons or the comics, so to speak. But like, what the fuck is the point, or what was the point of them basically killing off Destro in the second movie?
Well, their first mistake was hiring an actor that refuses to do sequels to play me.
Is that seriously why?
Yeah, because the actor, the only time he's ever like been in more than one episode of anything was Doctor Who, and that was only because he knew he wasn't doing a second season.
What a
turd. Like that one season of Doctor Who that he did was the only season. And he's so strict on not doing sequels or anything like that, that in the Doctor Who episode, The 13 Doctors, he's the only guy who wouldn't come back. Like everyone else that was alive came back, but he refused.
I don't understand that. I mean, I can understand Jim Carrey was the same way. He never wanted to do a sequel. I don't know what his reasoning was for it, but then he did Ace Ventura, and then he did the second one for that. So there's one you can check off the list of he did a sequel. He did Dumb and Dumber, the second one, or the third one technically to that. Check that one off the list. And then he came back for the only movie franchise he's ever reprised his character for 3 times was for Sonic. And he came back and I believe, I thought I heard him do an interview where he said he reprises his role for that character for his grandson in that generation and stuff. So I respect the piss out of that, because now he's not looking at, acting as, I got to be the best. Like, I'm doing it because I can. I'm giving back. So for that guy, though, the fucking dude that's like, I'm not going to come back and do a sequel. Like, man, don't be in a fucking movie that's a franchise then.
I agree. Well, I think what they were thinking in the studio was that from that point on, he'd be chrome-faced, so they wouldn't need to hire the same actor.
Which I was fine with that. Like, even if but to not even have him, like, now I know there's animosity here and there between, like, Cobra Commander and Destro and just, like, the rankings of powers, kind of, so to speak. But that would have been a really fun dynamic to see in the movie. I would have enjoyed that. And there was no Baroness. What the fuck? There was no Baroness. Hoi. I gotta Come, bring it down, Ace. Bring it down. Ain't about GI Joes. Bring it down. But I tell you,
hey, you know, while you want to get pissed, I'll go ahead and say there was no major blood either.
there's no major fucking blood. There's no Dr. Mindbender. What the fuck are we doing? There's no Zartan. Well, there was, sorta. There's no Dreadnoughts. You fucking killed Duke.
And there were only and there were only 3 out of the original 13 in any of the movies.
Oh, and that just
Scarlet, Snake Eyes, and Hawk. That's it.
Hawk. And Hawk hardly was there. So, man, I don't know. Those G.I. Joe movies, I can have fun with them. I can turn my brain off and enjoy them. But when I really think about, like, nope, this doesn't make sense. This, you wouldn't fucking do that. Whatever. Whatever.
Well,
yes,
I could have accepted a lot with the G.I. Joe movie, but the thing that really pissed me off about the first one, like more than anything, was an interview with the director, Stephen Sommers. Now, Stephen Sommers, he made the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser, so I have liked stuff that he's done. But he did an interview about the G.I. Joe movie, and he said this in the interview. He said, I understand that this franchise has a very strong fan base that are looking for very specific things. But as far as the way I understand it, as long as I get Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow right, they'll be okay with it. And he said that in an interview. And I'm like, dude, you fucked up Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow worse than anyone.
See, that's where you got to kind of watch what you say, because then when it does come back to bite you in the ass, it really bites hard.
Right. I mean, he might have gotten their looks correct. You know what I mean? But he got that backstory trash. Like, they met when they were children because Snake Eyes was stealing food from Storm Shadow's dojo. Why would a homeless kid in Japan go to a dojo to steal food? Wouldn't he go to like a little restaurant or something? And like, why would you go to the one place you're guaranteed to get your ass kicked?
Exactly.
Like, it makes no sense at all.
None. Zero. I agree.
Not only that, but why was there a white kid homeless in Japan?
You're not supposed to know what he looks like. Actually, in the comics and stuff, did he ever take his helmet and stuff off, or you never see his face?
Yes, no. In fact, I can show you an unmasked picture of Snake Eyes from the comics because I made a custom figure for it. I have the custom head right now. I will grab it and show it to you.
Did that at the time piss off G.I. Joe fans, or was that narratively accepted?
No, everybody loved it. They were like, holy shit, we're getting this?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was actually pretty fantastic.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I mean, I know what the characteristics are that define what the character is. So let's say, for instance, they made Storm Shadow blue instead of white. Do I think it necessarily matters? Not really. As long as his character is true to what he looks like or to how he acts, then that's fine. So I'm under the camp if Snake Eyes took his helmet off, I'd be like, wow, all right, well, now that's what his face looks like. But I love the illusion of just not knowing. Like Master Chief in Halo. I like not knowing what the dude looks like. He could be white, black, Asian, fucking cockeyed. I don't know. I like not knowing what he looks like.
No.
That illusion. And there's certain things like that. For instance, Dr. Doom. We all know he's fucked up looking underneath the mask. We like him more when he has the mask on. Oh, yeah, I've seen this. I've seen you show this. Duh, Ace.
Yeah, because there was one issue of the comics where Destro and Baroness unmask him, and Destro and Baroness have to like stop themselves from throwing up when they look at his face.
Because he's fucked up. That's right. I remember this.
Is that David Hasselhoff?
No, that's the Beyonder's body with your head on it there, Prophet?
Yeah. It's it's for when the Baroness wants to go out for disco.
Hey, I took my thumb and covered up the messed up part, and I was like, that looks like David Hasselhoff.
Oh, you mean on the Snake Eyes figure?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
That's awesome.
But yeah, this is here, I can show another picture real quick.
Now, what did you use for that face? Like, did you fuck that up yourself, or was that a head you found?
No, I ordered this head on eBay.
Oh,
From the guy who does 3D printed heads.
no shit, that looks immaculate.
Yeah, it came to me grayscale and I painted it. So yeah, that's the
you got the tones really good.
Side view for the scarring there. Yeah, I created for him and for incidentally for Deadpool as well. I
remember the Deadpool one.
I created my own wash. It's like a wash. You know what a wash is for painting.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
So I call it scar wash because it's like scar tissue on white skin, basically as a wash. Like it's like pink and like a little bit of brown. But I used it on Deadpool as well. Just
that muscly kind of color almost.
Right. So it's on Snake Eyes like eye damage, and it's on Deadpool's entire head.
Right, but you could totally use that tone if you did if you did your own Freddy Krueger figure. You could totally use that as
right. It'll work for a burn victim or any type of scarring. Like if you wanted to have a bareback character show that he'd been whipped in the past or whatever, you could use it to make scars on that.
Yes, absolutely. Now, just kind of speaking of the Marvel Legends here, is anybody interested in the new X-Men Legends? I guess that's what it's called, for the Onslaught. We're not really. I've seen it. There are 3 of them on one peg, and that fucking package is 4 inches thick. He is a big toy inside of a package like that. Big toy.
Yeah, if I collected comic book figures, I'd be all over it, but I only do the movie figures.
Oh, he's huge. I genuinely just kind of want to get him just for the sake of he's just a menacing looking beast. But pretty cool looking.
He is a big beefy boy for sure.
Yeah. And then I just saw the Marvel Legends Venom that comes with that shark, Jeff the Shark. That Venom is huge too. Holy shit, he's a monster.
Yeah, and incidentally, that Jeff the Shark in the comic is basically Deadpool's dog.
Yeah, I had to do a Google search because I'm like, who the fuck is this Jeff the Shark? I've never even heard of this character. And that's basically what it said was the pet. And I was like, man, they're really, I don't want to say forcing this shark character, but they're really promoting it as this new mascot pretty heavily.
Well, and it's not the first time they've made that shark because they made a figure a few years back of Deadpool's wife. She's like this demon, and she came with a little version of Jeff the Shark. It's static. It's not posable.
Well, they've got a Jeff the Shark Blockies toy now, where you fucking build the little bastard.
Yeah, so, and that is the Jeff the Shark that I'll buy. I won't buy the one in the 2-pack. I'll buy the one that's the Blockies.
If I was to have one of those, because for one, I've got, for me, my definitive Venom, I have the Gamerverse 2-pack Venom that came with that Captain America last year or this past year. That's my Venom. That's the only Venom I need. So I'm not spending fucking $80 on a 2-pack to get a Venom that I've already basically got just to say I got this fucking shark. I'll buy the Blockies one or whatever if I ever see it.
Right.
Sure.
To answer your question, Curtis asks Prophet, what is the name of the band that sang I Touch Myself? 1988 or 89 band was from Australia, I believe. They were the Divinyls.
Divinyls.
Yep.
Sea Dog. Hey, Kaz, that's got to be going to you, right? That $2?
Oh, there you go. Moto Viper's talking about whenever they bring the Brood. Maybe that'll lead in with the Gambit. Start getting more Gambit in our X-Men.
Dog, appreciate you, bro. My bad. I'm running around. You know, I got something to do in the business here.
There we go.
Ace says you're streaming on his channel. He wants $1.25.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, it ain't really but $1.25 after YouTube takes their 30%.
Well, if
what
that.
the fuck?
Yeah.
This communist goddamn.
Yeah, for the people.
Oh my God.
$2 is $1.40. I think.
Speaking of for the people, we have been running this show for almost 4 hours, gentlemen. So, for the people, we will come to an end here in the next couple of minutes because Kaz's stream is going to start. It can give us a couple of minutes to prepare and get a snack or whatever we got to do before we jump over there and harass him. But, gentlemen, wait a minute. Hold on there, Prophet. Let me get in position here. Maybe I can. How do I want to do this? Oh, wrong arm.
Everybody look.
There we go, guys. Look at my little baby legs.
There you go.
please look at my baby legs. So, but before we go, gentlemen, I want to say thank you to all three of you. I was going to say all four of you, like I'm fucking being thanked. Whoa, Erector. Joe.
No, this is a GoBot. Its name is Crane Brain.
No, it's Erector because that's an erection.
And I did not. Well, Crane Brain, if you think about it, hanging brain is slang for like
brain, baby.
For,
Joe,
yeah.
this guy right here. I'm gonna look for him for you for a toy. This is who I'm gonna try to find for you. Is this guy right here? But
that's just what I've been missing.
Before we separate here, gentlemen, I ask you all if you would like to join me in a cheers. There we go.
I'm actually ready to go on that.
Let's do it. Awesome shit right there.
That was a bromance.
Now, Prophet, have you seen? I know you said you were going to eventually see Spider-Man, but do you plan on seeing it at all over the weekend or no?
I'm going to see it as soon as it's available the way Bruce likes to watch it.
FlixMomo.tv, it already is. It was 2 days before it came out.
All right, hey, I only ask because...
Yeah, let me put it this way. If it's available tonight, I'm watching it tonight.
It was available Wednesday.
Choice. All right, so if you do watch it, and this is to you, Prophet, to Kaz, and to Joe specifically, because you guys are all here, and Joe and Prophet, you might see the movie before the weekend is over. So if you have, on Monday, I'm going to be doing the live stream of like the spoiler discussion, and you guys collectively are definitely more than welcome to come back and fill up the panel. Prophet, Joe, you guys already know that.
Can you put that link in the private chat?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Curtis, if you've seen the movie, you can come on too. I will max out my chat at 6 people. Or no, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So Curtis, if you come on, that'll be 5. We're cool there. And if there's another Spider-Man viewer that has seen it by then, let us know and you can come on too. So yeah, definitely, Curtis. Definitely. I love talking movies with you, dude, for sure.
And you know what, Ace? I actually have the Punisher from that movie showing up in Marvel Legends form to my house on Tuesday.
Oh, hell yeah. There we go. Now, by then, which Marvel Punisher? The one where the newer one?
Yeah, with the short sleeves and the beard and the alternate screaming head sculpt.
So, this past week, it was Tuesday, I saw that Punisher in my Target, and I knew old AC boy wasn't going to be able to buy it because there was a lot more stuff up on the batter's box that I had to get before then. So I went and I took that Punisher figure and I hit it. When I went back into Target as of yesterday, he was still in the hiding spot. So hopefully by next week when I go back to work, he will be, actually tomorrow. Fuck it. I'm paying my rent tomorrow, and depending on what I got for little expenditures, maybe I'll go over and grab him because that Punisher is a really, really good version of him for sure. And he's got all the cool weapons, and he's got that's the one thing, I've said this a million times, my action figures, I want them to have a facial expression. I want them to look like they're in action. I want them to be, ready to go.
In this chair, put it on there.
So, but other than that, we could go on for much longer because I never stop talking. Kaz's stream, Flex Friday, is literally going to I say literally going to start in 7 minutes, but you got the song that they're going to play. I'm not sure which one he's playing tonight, but that's going to be a good 3-minute song. And then, like usual, when Kaz and Bruce start their streams, they always go like a minute or two muted because they don't realize that they're muted. So the show's going to start in like 10 minutes or so. You got about 10 more minutes, folks, if you want to get over to Kaz's stream. And yeah, there you go. There you go. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on the way in because you very much could be too tipsy on the way out to remember to do it. And yeah, man, I know I'll be over there. But once they start talking about Spider-Man and possibly spoiling it, I'm going to throw my phone as hard as I can at the wall so I can avoid spoilers.
We won't. We won't.
All right. We'll see. So, but other than that, the Flex Gods, they got the rest of the night and the rest of the enjoyment. So
Thank
there
you.
you go, folks. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. And as always, we were rocking that Flex and fucking Casual Toy Chat hat right there. That's what we do. And then we got the Aces Play shirt on. So cross promotions. That's what we do.
Even though you had the hat backwards the whole goddamn night.
I gotta have it backwards. I got a funny shaped head, and when this looks weird. This looks weird. It's just weird to me. But hey, it's there, and you know what? I take the time out of the video.
You know I'm kidding around with you.
You know what? Where's I got one of your business cards somewhere. Out of anger and out of my communist frustration, I'm just gonna rip it. I'm gonna rip it right now.
I'm teased. I like to tease because y'all are just Kaz hookers out there. He's gonna smack you for not wearing his shit right.
Yo,
it's a uniform. God damn it!
Good thing you got Hinderer shirt because his head was about to pop. He needed some fucking Kaz merch, man. He was gonna lose his shit.
I busted his merch cherry, his YouTube merch cherry.
Yes. I guarantee when he jumps on your stream tonight, he's gonna be wearing that shirt. 100%.
No, he don't wear it. He don't wear it. He just have it hanging in the background. He ain't wore that. He said he did.
He wore it to Metroplex, I believe. The Metroplex show.
Okay, all right.
So, and you know what? If I jump on the stream tonight, I'll be wearing that. I'll be wearing it. It's right there.
It's not mandatory. I'll just be fucking around.
No, it's gonna fucking happen. It's gonna happen, man. Just like
I told you they had gave me 6 small. I ordered 10 extra large, and they sent me 10 smalls. So I was trying to give them away today in the neighborhood. Like, hey, you wear a small? You wear a small? I don't know who to get.
Man, just tie them in a rubber band one at a time, drive down the street and just toss them out on people's stoops like you're the fucking paper boy and just, there you go. There you go.
I should buy a tank of helium and launch balloons with the t-shirt tied to the balloon, and wherever it lands, it lands.
Yeah.
That's a new idea.
Hey man, we got to capitalize on this marketing of our own, shit, because it ain't like back in the day. You ain't got to buy a TV spot now. All you got to do is make your own merchandise on Temu, and boom, you're golden, baby.
I'm gonna start taking all my milk jugs and putting the business card in it, throwing it in the creek, in the oceans and shit.
No, not even kidding you. I'm not even fucking with you. I took a handful of my new ones the other day, and I was slipping them at Walmart into the top of the cereal boxes. So when people buy cereal and they open up the fucking thing, there it says Aces Buddies.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck, man. Here, take it. Woo.
wow. That's funny.
I don't give a shit. There's a
Kaz,
surprise.
what was the site that you said Brand New Day was on?
Flix, FLIX, MOMO dot TV.
Momo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just you mentioned that. I went over there, typed it in. Boom.
Way we
Of
like
course,
it.
McAfee keeps jumping up every 10 seconds. This is a suspicious site.
I don't even use antivirus.
No,
It actually, the antivirus shit slows your computer down actually because they scan everything you do.
Oh, I know. Well, I'm using my daughter's computer, so I put all that on there anyway. I was like, I'll use this for StreamYard. Here, take that VR helmet thing. We'll trade.
And somebody to look over everything you got, everything that happens on your computer. I'm good.
Yo, they need to make.
Yeah, I'm 100% watching this tonight.
Hells to the yeah. So let's go for Monday's conversation then. But they need to make a virtual reality like streaming.
Oh, I can watch this in VR too because there's VR theater. If you guys haven't messed with the MetaQuest, ooh, it's fun.
I had the Oculus, but I don't have any of that newer shit.
Oh yeah, the MetaQuest. I could. Zoe plays in it for. I got to pull her out of there, but yeah, just sitting and watching YouTube with the thing on is a trip. It's fun.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If the holodeck from Star Trek: The Next Generation was a real thing, the human race would die out. Because everybody would just be in the holodeck, like banging hologram people all day, right? You could go in there and like literally hook up with anyone you want ever. Like any Hollywood starlet you think is attractive, boom, hologram of it. You can go in there and bang it.
Damn.
You know, and for women, they're like they could all be, you know, having sex with Brad Pitt or whatever. Why are they going to choose like their neighbor? You know what I mean? They can go, you know, hook up with, you know, Johnny Depp or something. Hey, and not just Johnny Depp, but Johnny Depp in his prime.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Kaz is leaving the building.
Good night, John.
I've got you, Kaz. I've got you.
All right, good night, John.
We're all set. Whenever the boys are ready to bounce, you guys are good. For sure. Appreciate it, gentlemen. Very, very much appreciate it. And cannot wait to jabber. Prophet's the last one out of here. I thought you would have been the first one. Can't wait to jabber jaw with these fine folks on Monday where these sons of bitches, they're all going to see Spider-Man before me. And I already bought my tickets in advance. What the hell kind of world have we come to? I'm super excited, though. Prophet's watching Spider-Man tonight. Kaz has already watched it. Joe Prime is going to possibly watch it on Sunday. I'm going tomorrow. You freaks and geeks are going to join us on Monday at 3 p.m. for Ace's brand new show, the Smokin' Aces Show, where we are going to talk about one topic, handful of guests, and it's going to be your pleasure, and I can't wait to do that. Sunday, SummerSlam. I thought that's what I just saw you say there, Curtis. Curtis is going to pop in on Monday as well. Very much looking forward to that. Kaz's stream just popped up right now. The Casual Toy Collectors Flex. Ooh, shit, doggy. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Wait a minute. Was there some more on this side? Ooh, put them away. You're going to get in trouble for showing off guns. Your pew-pews. Get over to the Casual Toy Collectors channel right now. That's all you got left going on for your Friday night. And then this Sunday, get over to Joe Prime's channel, Joe Prime 1986, for the Joe Prime pickups, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You don't want to miss it because I'll be there. He might be there. He pops in and out of his own streams from time to time. The guy is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But folks, I want to thank the Prophet Director for always popping in here. He's always a consistent fella, and I love that about him. Then we've got the Casual Toy Collector. He jumped in here. And, of course, Joe Prime 1980 freaking 6. SummerSlam review. Are you doing that, Curtis? On Sunday? SummerSlam. I haven't watched anything for SummerSlam. I'll watch the highlights when they play them on YouTube. ESPN literally shows that shit moments after it happens. So that's when I will personally when I will watch that. But if you're doing a SummerSlam review on Sunday, I'll tune in. I'll watch it and talk and listen and all that stuff for freaking sure. For sure. So there you go. If you're a wrestling fan and you're interested in that, Curtis Schultz, Star Wars Squawk Box, check them out. Hells to the yeah. Other than that, folks, this has been a 4-hour conversation. I am hungry as a little hippo. I'm going to go check out Kaz's stream. I'll be over there. I'm going to go make some pancakes. Yes, I said pancakes. It's what I've been craving for the longest time. My hands are shaking. My body's quivering. I need some syrup, some sweet, sugary syrup. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching the Ace in the Hole variety show. What's going on? Because it's literally been about what's going on with me, what's going on with us. And that's all I got. So until next time, I hope all of you have an amazing, amazing night, an amazing weekend. We'll catch it here tonight. Kaz is tomorrow. Kaz will be going live again. Sunday, Joe Prime will be going live. Sunday, Curtis might be going live. And Monday, I will be going live. This shit's out of control. Someone needs to stop it, but they can't. And other than that, thank you guys again. Love, peace, and pizza grease.
I'm Ace. Welcome to my place.